Check, 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 check. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the live. For those who don't know me, my name is King Hoodie. You're now tuned into my live stream. I'm a recording artist from Miami-Dade County, Florida. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hey, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hey. Go live. Go live. Go live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the live. Naja, what's up? Kelvin, what's up? Haley, what's up? Kiana Ware, what's up? Carlos, what's up? Welcome to the live. Naja, thank you for the heart, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the love. Welcome to the live, Naja. How you feeling today? Happy Friday, everybody. Today is August 23rd. We are up. We are at it. I just left the gym. That's why I'm a little late on the live stream. But we up. We here. We doing what it is that we got to do. How's everybody feeling today, man? Hopefully everybody's having a good day thus far. It is, what time is it over here? It is 10:35 on the East Coast, but my time zone will soon change as I am finally making a move out to the West Coast, going to Los Angeles to pursue the goal of connections. Actually, that's really what I'm going out there for, because I'm already an artist and I'm already established as an artist. I'm just going out there to meet more people and do more stuff, get on more platforms. Beyond that, I feel like I'm called to go. I've been having conversations with God, and it's like, all right, cool. I've been having this weird conversation. And I've been finding all these different Bible quotes that kind of back it up. Like sometimes some people belong in certain places, you know what I'm saying? And I've been talking about that on my live stream for the past couple of days. Killy, what's up, Killy? Welcome to the live. Keshawn Deep, what's up, Keshawn Deep? Welcome to the live. Lene, IG, what's up? Welcome. Mark Diamond III on IG, what's up? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Yeah. Pin my goal. Pin the goal. What's up? Yo, so the goal for today is to get 50, I don't even know, 50 heart me's. I guess you can heart me. There should be a button at the top where you hit the heart. So I'm looking to get 50 of those hearts. I believe that they're free. I think they only count in the system. But yeah, for the past couple days and weeks, I've been talking about like when God got like a mission for you and how if there's some place that you're supposed to be, a lot of times you have to go there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us feel called into certain industries, or a lot of us feel called to certain places, but we're too afraid to leave our comfort zone. And I just submit to you, man, the comfort zone will kill your dreams. Any aspirations that you got, any type of person that you want to become. Naja, thank you so much for the hand heart. Appreciate you, Naja. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the hand heart. That's one of 10 of these hand hearts, which is my goal for the day. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, no, I submit to you, man. If you got any kind of dream or any kind of goal, oh, Naja going crazy. Appreciate you. Thank you, Naja. Thank you again. I got 2 out of 10 of these hand hearts. Thank you so much, Naja. Appreciate you. How you doing today, Naja? If you got any kind of goal or aspiration and you feel called to it and it's scary and it feels big and you have no idea how you're going to do it, I submit to you that that's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly where you're supposed to go. I told my little sister this when she first moved to California. I was like, look, here's a good measure for making decisions in your life, right? If you have multiple options that you can go down, and you have this one that feels like you can do it, but it might be boring. This one kind of feels like something you've done before, but you just need the money. This one over here feels like you have no idea how you're going to do it. You don't know how you could possibly do it. That shit feels scary and weird, and it's going to push you into uncharted waters. I would always suggest to you, go to the one, whatever decision you got to make the decision that requires the most courage. You know what I'm saying? Make this decision, whatever decision that you have to make at any given time, make the decision that requires the most courage. You know, I'm blessed to be here. Naja, what's up, Naja? We happy to have you up in here. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. As a matter of fact, let me make sure to follow you back. Bam. Now we friends for life. Thank you for the hand heart, Naja. Appreciate you. At any point in time, Truly Nessie. What up, Truly Nessie? Instapat. At any point in time, you got to make a decision. Make the decision that requires the most courage. And I'll tell you why. There's a man named Jim Rohn. He's a motivational speaker, right? Naja, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you, Naja. Yeah. I got a man. Oh, you going crazy with the gifts. Appreciate you, Naja. See, this is what we love to see. Thank you, Naja. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, Friday's a good day. Today's a great day. There's a man named Jim Rohn, right? And Jim Rohn said he had a mentor, and his mentor told him, Mr. Rohn, he was broke in his 20s. He didn't know what he was going to do. His mentor told him, you should make as a goal for yourself to become a millionaire. And Jim Rohn was like, yeah, wouldn't that be nice? You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be nice to be a millionaire? You know, of course, everybody should set that goal. He said, no, you don't understand. You should set as a goal for yourself to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for who it will make of you to get the money. The person that you would have to become in order to become a millionaire is more valuable than the money itself. You know what I'm saying? Who you become on the process of achieving and accomplishing your goals is way more valuable than the achievement or the attainment of your goal anyway, right? You might say, oh, I want to be a movie star. I want to be an actor, actress. I want to be a tech titan, whatever the case may be. In order for you to accomplish any of those things, you're going to have to leave your comfort zone. You're going to have to do things that are very uncomfortable to you. You're going to have to face your fears. You're going to have to face your worries. You're going to have to speak publicly. You're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to accept rejection, doubt, fear, insecurity, worries. You're going to have to be resilient in the face of adversity. You're going to have to be persistent. You're going to have to eliminate procrastination. You're going to have to be a person of your word. You're going to have to learn how to be on time. You're going to have to learn how to manage a schedule. You're going to have to learn how to manage a budget. You're going to have to learn how to manage so many different things that it will create inside of you a much more well-rounded person, a full person, instead of the halfway person that you are right now. Naja, thank you so much. Thank you for the gift, Naja. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Killy, so good. Nah, true stuff, Killy. And you know this, because me and Killy, we had these conversations all the time. Woodrow, appreciate you for the muscle. Let's get it. Having a good day. Yeah, the person that you're going to have to become in order to get the money is much more valuable than the money itself. You know what I'm saying? He also had this statement that says, if you ever, or if a person ever gives you $1 million, if you ever get $1 million, I suggest that you become a millionaire, or else you won't get to keep the money. Right? And that goes over a lot of people's heads. They say, if a person ever gives you $1 million, if you ever get $1 million, I suggest you become a millionaire, or else you won't get to keep the money. It goes over most people's heads because they think that as soon as they have $1 million in cash or $1 million in assets, they are a millionaire. The sad truth is you are not a millionaire unless you're a millionaire in spirit, unless you are a millionaire in mentality first. If you are not a millionaire in your mind, you will never be a millionaire on paper. And even if you do attain that, it will not last. Don't you ever heard there's a statement that says a fool and his money will soon part? It's like, yeah, for sure. If you're a fool and you got money, y'all not going to be friends no matter what. Because money doesn't stay around foolish people. Money stays around wise people. The same thing with health. Health stays around wise people because wise people are doing healthy things on a regular basis. A fool and his money will soon part. A fool in his relationship will soon part. A fool in his status will soon part. A fool in his health and his body will soon part. A fool in anything will soon part because you're going to be foolish with the asset that you have. You're not going to use it properly. You're not going to manage it properly, right? So the beautiful part about that statement is like, yo, if you ever get $1 million, I suggest you become a millionaire, or else you don't get to keep the money. That means like you could get $1 million today, dog, but if you're not a millionaire in mind, body, like in spirit, that money's going to be gone. And how many times have we seen that? We've seen people who have achieved $1 million, multiple millions, billions of dollars even, and lost it all. How'd you lose it all? Because you weren't internally the kind of person that can maintain that level of power. You know what I'm saying? Whatever habits you have when you broke, those are the same habits you're going to have when you successful. If you lazy, you can't wait to vacation. You can't wait to spend everything you get as soon as you get it. Bro, you can make $1 million, spend $1.5 million, and you wake up in debt. How does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Megan Oif. I hope I pronounced that right. Do you ever feel the delicacy of remembering to enjoy the journey on the way to your destination? Interesting. Like constantly grounding yourself and remembering to stop and look around you while you're on your way to the top. That is a beautiful question. To be completely honest with you, I used to not be that kind of person, bro. I used to be the kind of person that was so goal oriented. I didn't care about Megan Ifa. Okay. Ifa. Okay. I used to be somebody that's so goal oriented. I never stopped to look at the flowers. I never stopped to smell the flowers. I never stopped to appreciate whatever was around me because I had a station that I wanted to get to. And I'm like, if I'm not at that station yet, then I'm not going to be happy. I can't be content because if I find contentment in a lower status, I will have no incentive to get to my higher status, right? If you find paradise in making $20 an hour, what's going to propel you to make $40 an hour, $50 an hour, right? That even if you are content, it's still good to have that extra for that safety net. So I used to be somebody that was always just so goal oriented until I read this book called Quantum Success. There's a book called Quantum Success written by Sandra Ann Taylor, right? I highly suggest people read it. It's bomb. There's a chapter in it, chapter 4, and the woman talks about how we, as we go on our journey to success, we create paradoxes, right? To anybody who doesn't know what a paradox is something that essentially you can move forward in one direction with a specific goal, but the way that you're going about it is actually sending you backwards. So like you think you're moving forward, but you're actually moving backwards. You think you're outputting something, but you're inputting something different. It's like a paradox is something that doesn't necessarily make sense because what you think you're going to achieve and what you're actually going to get are complete opposites, right? Like, I'm sure there's a better way to explain the paradox. But what the lady essentially said was like, yo, a lot of people, they tell themselves every single day, I'm okay with not being happy today in the moment because I'm going to have my paradise tomorrow. I just got to work hard today so that tomorrow could be good. I'm going to work hard today so that tomorrow could be good. I'm going to work hard today, not be happy today, sacrifice, so tomorrow could be good, so tomorrow could be good, so tomorrow could be good. What they don't understand is that when you end up in that frequency, when you lock yourself in that state of mind, you're kind of like the donkey that has the carrot on the string, and you never actually get it because tomorrow don't ever come. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying, I'm going to hustle so hard today so I can make tomorrow better, but tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never gets there. You feel me? So you're constantly saying, I'm going to sacrifice today so I can have a better tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. So all you do is end up sacrificing your entire life for a tomorrow that never comes. How many people pass away before they get to receive their retirement? They was putting away for it for 30 years. How many people pass away a year after retirement? It's because they don't understand that they're like on an endless hamster wheel. The thing that they think they're about to get, they're not actually getting it because the way that they're living their life is pushing it further away from them. You got to be the kind of person that says, you know what, I'm going to do my best today, and I'm also capable of receiving and being content with my today, and I'm not going to push all my happiness off until tomorrow. I'm going to be content with my today. I'm going to say, you know what, I may not be everywhere that I want to be, but I have this, and I have this, and I have my health, and I have my family. I got a roof over my head. I got this, I got that, and I got this, and I got that. And it will give you that like sense of being content in the moment. Because if you can never experience the feeling of contentment in the moment, you're never going to get to that paradise you think you're going to get to. You know what I'm saying? You think that, oh, as soon as I get to that station, I'll be content, but you have no idea what contentment feels like. So the second you get to that statement, you're just going to have another goal in front of you, another different carrot, and you're going to be right back into the same loop. It's the way that you live your days that allows you to achieve success, not you rushing through your days, rushing through your youth to get to some unknown destination that you really don't even know how it's going to feel when you get there any damn way. You know, it's an imagination. There's a book called The Alchemist. Everybody should read it. In The Alchemist, there was a crystal merchant. The boy in the story had to work at a crystal shop for like a year. And the crystal merchant had a dream of going to Mecca. And the boy said, why don't you go? You know, he said, I don't go because I'm afraid that when I actually go to Mecca, I'm going to be disappointed. I've imagined it for so long that if I actually go and it's not what my imagination says, I'll be crushed at the level of disappointment. His lifelong goal was to go to Mecca. And he says, so all I do is I imagine it. I keep it in my imagination so I can always have something to strive for every day, but I know I'm never going to go to Mecca. So he's content. He actually is aware of the fact that he has a goal in his mind that he's never going to get to, but the imagination of it keeps him going and trucking away every single day. One day I'll get to Mecca. I'm not really going to go, but me telling myself that gets me empowered to go through my day. And it's like a lot of people are doing the exact same thing. They're just unconscious of it. One day I'm going to buy a house. I'm not brave enough to buy a house and go out there and do that home ownership shit. One day I'm gonna travel the world. I'm not brave enough to travel the world, but I'm just gonna keep it in my imagination because the imagination is gonna keep me chucking away every single day, sacrificing today for this unknown tomorrow that will actually never come. And so you're creating a paradox. You're hustling so hard today so you can get to a goal that you're actually never gonna get to. The way that you live your todays is pushing the goal further and further away from you. You got a desperate energy about yourself, and it's not gonna turn into anything valuable. And so I highly suggest that, like, just to answer the question that Megan asked, like, I used to be the kind of person that was so goal oriented. I missed my todays in search of a tomorrow. And then I realized after I read that chapter, man, I'm moving with a desperate energy, and success doesn't like desperation. Success likes confidence, determination, borderline insanity, borderline delusions of grandeur, and borderline arrogance and entitlement. That's what success likes. Success like a person that said, I deserve to win today. I'm gonna win no matter what. I don't care who's in my way. I don't get like nothing is gonna keep me from my goal. I'm unstoppable. I'm healthy, wealthy, and successful. If I say I want something, I'm gonna get it today. If I say I need something, it's gonna fall in my lap. If I say I want to talk to that girl, she's gonna be my girl today. If I say I want to drink or I want to make $1,000, it's gonna fall into my account. Like, success likes that shit, and the universe likes that shit. You'd be surprised. But so many people have been taught that that's not how the world works. That they don't even have the confidence to say no shit like that. They don't even have the confidence to act like they could walk inside a room and get whatever they want. They feel like they got to chip away at some block until they're qualified, not knowing you will never be qualified, because every time you assess yourself to see if you qualify, your insecurities pop up. Your insecurities, your doubts, and your past failures pop up, and they unseat you. They unman you from the moment, so you can't be confident because you remember all them times you let yourself down, and you haven't lived up to your word, and you don't deserve. And that's the sad part, that society teaches that shit, that if you're not a workhorse working every single second of every single waking moment of your life, that you don't deserve. so many things. You don't deserve money. You don't deserve health. You don't deserve wealth. You don't deserve comfort. You don't deserve a vacation. You don't deserve sitting by a beach. And it's like, after so many years of us hearing this narrative of all the things that our parents don't deserve, turn off the lights, the light bill's gonna be high. We gotta scratch and pull money. Money's hard to get. Money don't grow on trees. And it creates this environment of lack, desperation, and unworthiness. You know what I'm saying? But when you grow up and you actually like input information into yourself, you find that the most successful people in the world are people who believe that they can have it. There's a difference between a man who's 50 years old mopping floors and a kid who's 17 years old who's a YouTuber and a fucking millionaire. The fact that one of them adamantly believed that no matter what, they were worthy of being a millionaire. The other person only believed that they were worthy of just getting by. And that's the difference between success and failure. It all lies in your belief system. A lot of us don't want to hear that, man, but I've seen way too many miracles for me to believe that this world ain't magic. I've seen way too many miracles for me to believe that this world isn't designed in our favor and we talk ourselves out of it. That's the craziest shit in the world to me. And so many of us live in that frequency. I know people who chip away at a block every single day with nothing to show for. I know people who have 6 figures in their account right now. On retirement, they could do whatever they want. Their schedule belongs to them, and they got hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account. And they're so penny pinch mentality that they wear shirts that have holes in them, socks that have holes, and they live like bums. And I'm like so perplexed at that. I'm like, man, you got money to like change out that bucket of your car. You got money to like do it, but they're so scared to spend money because they're so afraid of not having. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, you literally have a state of abundance right now. You got more money than most of the people on your block, but you're living as if you have less than, and you're going to die like that, penny pinching, hoping for an adventure maybe, or hoping for somebody to free you from this cage that you put yourself into. I'm not saying blow all your money, and I'm not saying live like there ain't no tomorrow. No, there's a time to be pertinent. There's a time to be frugal. There's a time to save. There's a time to allocate your resources properly. There's a time to invest, but there's also a time to ground yourself and be centered and say, you know what, bro, I do deserve to go on a trip. I do deserve to eat some good food today. I don't give a damn. I'm going to go home right now. I'm going to get dressed in one of my flyest fits, and I'm going to go to the opposite side of town, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to enjoy a beautiful meal, either by myself or with a friend, with a lover, or with a family member. I'm going to go and enjoy myself, and I'm not going to give a damn about nothing because my vibration deserves to be high. You were born with high vibrations. When you was a kid, you weren't conscious of suffering. Even if you didn't have nothing as a kid, even if you're from a third world country, the only thing you thought of as a child was running, jumping, playing, sweating, using your full capacity, using your full imagination, running as fast as you can, jumping as high as you can, climbing as high as you can. But as you get older, life starts limiting you and limiting you and limiting you and limiting you and limiting you until eventually you start limiting yourself. It's sad, man. I heard Les Brown say this one time. Les Brown said, K-Sean Deep 100%, straight up. Dre, what up? I heard Les Brown say this one time. Les Brown says one of his friends was really depressed. And Les Brown was like, yo, bro, like, what's up with you? Like, you know, why, you know, how are you feeling? And his friend responded by saying, the impulse to dream has been beaten out of me by the difficulties of life. And he was like, what? The impulse to dream has been beaten out of me by the difficulties of life. My life has been so hard and my life has been so challenging. I'm afraid to even dream anymore. I can't even dream anymore. The reason why I'm moving to Los Angeles right now is because when I went to LA, I was talking to God and I was walking. I was like, yo, God, am I supposed to be out here? But the weird thing was I told myself for so many different years that I was moving to Los Angeles and I haven't actually fully made the move, that I felt like I couldn't even ask for that anymore. I felt like, man, I've let myself down on so many other years that I said I was going to do this exact same goal. Maybe I should just resign myself to not doing it no more. Maybe I should just stay where I'm at. And then I had to snap myself out of that shit like, bruh, I don't give a shit if it takes you a million fucking years to get where you're supposed to go. Go. I don't care if you can't walk, if you can't walk, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, inch. If you can't inch, then just stare at that shit until you get closer to it. No matter what, eventually you'll learn to levitate. Because nothing can stop a being that chooses to tell itself it's unstoppable. Get where you're going no matter what, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far you got to go, no matter how much you got to sacrifice in order to get it. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to challenge myself, and I thought of that Les Brown quote. Damn, the impulse to dream has been beaten out of me by the difficulties of life. Just because I didn't accomplish this goal a year ago or a month ago or a week ago, I'm going to tell myself today I can't have it. That's crazy. I can't adopt that. I'm worthy of having it right now because obviously it's still in my heart. Obviously it's still in my head. Obviously it's still a part of my journey. The only thing that can stop me is me. So We getting back up. I don't care if it's the third time you failed, fourth time you failed, fifth time. What did it say? Fall 7 times, get up 8. Fall 8 times, get up 9. Fall 9 times, get up. Get up no matter what. Get up no matter what, and tell yourself that you deserve it. Stop telling yourself all the things that you got to do, and stop. Here's another stupid thing that society does to us. Society tells us it's never too late. Whitney, absolutely, it's never too late. That's why they tell you it's never too late to go back to school, but it's never too late to do anything. KFC was founded by Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders worked at a warehouse, a factory, until he was in his 60s. And then in his 60s, the factory shut down. They fired that man. So in his 60s, he didn't have nowhere to go. He was like, damn, I'm broke. I don't got no job. And he's in his 60s. So the thing he started doing was like, you know what? I really know how to make chicken. People love my chicken. So he started going around and trying to sell his chicken. And he tried to sell his recipe to, like, I want to say 13 or 14 different restaurants, and nobody wanted to buy his recipe. Nobody wanted to partner with him. He started selling his chicken himself, and the chicken became so popular after a while, he was able to, like, start his own franchise. But he started KFC in his fucking 60s. You know what I'm saying? How many of you got, some of you, dog, some people in this live are afraid to restart in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? When you got all the strength, power, and capacity. Some of y'all are afraid to start in your 30s. When in your 30s, you're actually stronger than you were in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? It's without a doubt. You're stronger mentally, physically, and if you've been doing the right thing, you could possibly be stronger spiritually. But you're stronger. I always say this to people in their 30s who want to act like they old. I be like, bro, being in your 30s is the best, because being in your 30s, you still young enough to party, but you old enough to know how to party. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in your 20s, you party and you end up in the concrete, you look all crazy. Like when you're in your 20s, you do dumb shit, and it comes at the cost, and you got to learn. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your L's, you got to take your lumps. But the beautiful part about getting in your 30s is that you still young enough to party, but you old enough now to know how to party. And your 40s is even better, because you still young enough to party, but the parties for 40-year-olds look way sexier and way more like sophisticated than the party for 30-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? And you still got opportunity. You got opportunity in your 50s. You got opportunity in your 60s. You got opportunity in your 70s, your 80s. You got opportunities as long as there's breath in your body. The only thing stopping you is you. You telling yourself and replaying and rewinding this tape in your mind as to why you can't have that shit. My mother never had it. My father never had it. When times get hard, most beings turn to their default setting. They turn to their default mind, their primitive mind. They turn to their what they call their instincts. So like when times get hard, you naturally gonna revert to whatever your automatic default programming is. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of people who grew up without money, their default programming is a very limited mindset of based on what your parents did. Damn, okay, I'm in a situation right now. What will my parents do? Sadly, when your parents was going through their hard shit, they were thinking what would their parents do? And they were thinking what would their parents do, and they were thinking whatever their parents taught them. And a lot of people, it's like lack from generation to generation to generate. It's a fear-based lack consciousness. Fear-based and lack, fear-based and lack, fear-based and lack. Turn the water off. Don't do this. Don't waste this. Don't wait. And I'm not suggesting to be wasteful, but I am telling you, like, believe that you have abundance and you will have it. You know, stop reverting to your primitive mind, which is just something that your parents told you about. You know what I'm saying? Like, next time you end up in a hard situation, do what some incredibly wise person would do that's not related to you. Read a book. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Read As a Man Thinketh. Read the Bible if you want to. Read whatever will give you a better understanding of how to navigate the difficulties of life. You know what I'm saying? But some people had great parents. So some people's default programming is good. Some people are just disobedient and weird. But a lot of people, man, you might have been raised with people that had the best intentions, but they didn't have the best ability to raise you. They didn't have the best habits. They didn't have the best mentality for dealing with the traumas and the ills and the downsides of life. So I just submit to you, man, look, always tell yourself that you have an abundance of opportunity. Always tell yourself that as long as you're breathing, there's opportunity for you. There's a chance for you. You could change your life. You can do whatever you want. If there's still something inside of your head or your heart that burns to live out a dream or live out a goal, follow that thing. Follow it no matter where it takes you. It might tell you to completely sell your house, sell your car, quit your job, and go on a journey. But by the end of your life, I guarantee you without a doubt that experience will be the only and probably the most proud moment you'll ever have in your life. You know what I'm saying? Most people who are on their deathbed, they replay all these regrets that they have. I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have done more. Don't be that kind of person that says you wish you would have done more. You got the opportunity right now today to change your life. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people this too. Bruh, most people are just not using the resources that they have at their disposal. Myron Golden says, we live in an abundant world. There has never on the face of this planet been a lack of resources. There has only been a lack of resourcefulness. There's never been a lack of resources. That's a beautiful way to look at it. Because if you really look at it like that, it's like, damn, you are right. Anybody that try to tell you there's a water shortage or an electricity shortage, or nah, bro. We can manufacture a shortage to drive prices up for the summertime if we want to. We can manufacture a shortage in oil to drive the prices up at any point in time. Yo, it's really rare right now. We got to do that. Like, come on, bro. We know what it is. We studied economics. So Myron Goldman says there's never on the face of this planet been a lack of resources. There has only been a lack of resourcefulness. If anybody say there's an oil shortage, why are we even still using fucking oil? We should use electricity. And it's about, oh, well, there's a shortage of electricity towers. Why are we even still using fucking towers? Solar power. You know how much sun there is out here? There's 12 hours of sun sending thousands and trillions of kilowatts to our planet every single day. Why are we even still using that? We have the technology for solar panels. You know that? Some people got it on top of their cars. Why don't we have it on top of everything? Why don't I got solar panels on my phone? I never have to sit there and charge it no more. That's going to be the next thing. You just go outside and your phone automatically charges for you as long as it's in the sun. Like, there's never been a lack of resources. There's only a lack of resourcefulness. Everything you need is inside of you right now. I guarantee you that on every single person who's watching this right now, there's at least between 3 and 5 phone numbers that you have in your contact list that if you reach out to them today and you leave your ego and you leave your comfort zone and you call them, they can change your life today. I guarantee that. I'm not confused on that. Like, it could be an uncle, it could be an auntie, it could be a cousin, it could be a friend, it could be an ex-boss, it could be an ex-lover, it could be anybody. Somebody you met at a money-making conference, somebody you met at a courthouse, somebody you met at jail. Like, on any point in time, I guarantee you, every single human on the planet who has a smartphone, and everybody who's watching this has at least 3 to 5 phone numbers right now that if you put your ego aside, make a phone call to them and tell them what it is that you want to do with your life, they have the capacity to help you. They have the ability to help you. We are constantly overlooking our own options. We're constantly overlooking our own capacity for greatness because we're sitting there, we're so comfortable and we're so used to telling ourselves all the things that we can't have and all the things that we can't do and all the ways that we can't show up for ourselves. And I submit to you, bro, that's not going to lead you anywhere good. Jim Rohn says in 5 years, you're either going to end up in a well-designed destination or you're going to end up in an undesigned destination. And chances are that undesigned destination, you're going to be living where you don't want to live, working where you don't want to work, driving where you don't want to drive, hanging out with who you don't want to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to design that shit no matter what. Even if your design don't make sense to nobody, you got to sit and say, I'm going to have $1 million within the next 12 months. I'm going to start my business. I'm going to get proper funding. And at every chance I possibly can, I'm going to do something that's courageous. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to put my ego aside. I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to ask for help. And I'm not only going to ask for help, but every time help shows up, I'm going to outwork myself at every single fucking corner. I don't care if I'm selling cookies. I will be one of those stories on the Shade Room or Baller Alert. This individual quit their job, started a cookie company, and in 12 months is worth $1.2 million. I will be one of those success stories because I'm putting my ego aside and I'm willing to make the calls, the necessary calls to do that shit. A lot of people are not willing. A lot of people are so scared to be perceived as the small fish in a situation. You nervous and you scared and you stopping yourself. And I highly suggest you stop that because at the end of your life, you're either going to end up at a well-designed destination or an undesigned destination. You're either going to look back at your life and be like, yo, I did that shit. Man, I face my fear at every fucking turn. I did that shit. Or you're going to be the kind of person that's like, man, I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have believed in myself a little harder. I wish I would have had, and then you're going to go even deeper, try to blame your parents. I wish I would have had parents that would have showed me it's okay to be courageous. And I wish I would have had a community that educated me on how to be wealthy when I was early. And I wish I would have had. And it's like, yo, bro, I had a friend, she told me, when it comes to your traumas may not be your fault, but they are your responsibility. The way that you was raised by other people may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility as an adult to unpack that shit, deal with it, and say, you know what? They didn't teach me how. They taught me a lot of dumb shit growing up. I don't know why I know more about the Pythagorean theorem than I know about taxes, insurance, liens, assets, income, interest, insurance, fees. Like, I have no idea why I know more about frivolous shit that doesn't matter than I know about how to manipulate and move the stock market, how to buy property, how important credit is. Like, bruh, since you're fucking 5 years old, you can start learning about credit. I'm going to start teaching my children about credit when they're minors. I'm going to get them programmed to look for real estate when they're children. Oh, Dad, that's a good deal. Why? Because the market value in this area is like this, but that house is under foreclosure, and I think if we buy the tax lien or if we pay the taxes on the property, we can get it at a short sale. My child will be telling me these things. Only because I want my child to be so automatically programmed for success that even if they are a fuck up for their entire life, they can fall into a good deal because of their automatic programming. Yo, my child makes the worst decisions, but this nigga is so automatically successful based on what I input into him that he just slips and falls into millions of dollars. How crazy is that? And money won't make you happy, but it's also my job as a parent to input love and appreciation and respect and joy and hard work and all these other qualities. But like, we can all sit there and be mad at the things that weren't taught to us when we were little and how much of a disadvantage we were at. Or we can sit and say, I ain't got no time to sit and blame no goddamn body. Whether it's my mother, my father, my auntie, my uncle, cat, dog, mailman, I don't got no time to blame anybody for my shit. Because I'm grown enough right now. If you grown enough to point the finger, then you should be grown enough to point it at yourself and handle your fucking business. Because ain't nobody coming to save you, right? You got to save yourself. I highly suggest you start reading books. I highly suggest you start exercising. I highly suggest you start socializing and networking with the right people, leaving your comfort zone. I highly suggest that you get into the habit of audio learning. A lot of people sit there and we listen to fucking gossip all day. You turning on the Ricky Smiley morning show or whatever morning show, and all they doing is giving you quote unquote current events that really are just like from the gossip column, because gossip and petty bullshit is more interesting to us. CNN used to be about news, but now it's about gossip and ridiculous shit. Nah, I highly suggest you get into like well-designed audio learning. When you driving down the street, turn the radio off and turn on like an audiobook. Turn on an audiobook. Turn on the biography or the autobiography of some of the world's most successful people. Start learning and like inputting some of those good habits. Damn, okay, 10 of these life stories of the world's most successful people, all of them did this. All of them had a mentor. All of them read all day, every day. All of them left their comfort zone. All of them left their hometowns. All of them had an idea, found a business partner, and made that shit work. All of them made decisions quickly and changed their minds slowly. All of them, like, you just find this common denominator, and then before you know it, you're going to start making better decisions. You're going to be like, damn, this sounds like that thing that I heard Steve Jobs did. And when it was up to him, he did this. All right, let me do this. Oh, this sounds like that thing that I heard Mark Zuckerberg had to do. And when the push came to shove, he did this, and it led him to this. Okay, let me push this button. Instead of sitting and allowing the automatic programming of your negative neighbors and your negative parents and your negative community, you're going to have you're going to start reprogramming yourself, and you're going to start making better decisions. And also, you're going to have better conversations to have when you end up near opportunity. How many people have ended up in the right place at the right time with the right person, but they weren't the right person? Damn, I ended up in a fucking conference room with Bill Gates, and this dude was curious on how he can invest in black business from my city and from my generation, and I sat there and I opened my mouth and nothing valuable came out. Not a fucking word. I started regurgitating the only thing I had in my mind, which was gossip from Shade Room, Instagram, Baller Alert, and whatever the fuck Breakfast Club was talking about. Instead of sitting there and being like, yeah, first off, I know everything about you, Bill Gates. Secondly, I think this is the best way that we can shape our communities, and I think that I'm the perfect person for you to allocate $100 million to because of X, Y, and Z. I was prepared for this moment. I was prepared for this moment. I was prepared for this moment. Even, like, dog, when you start reprogramming yourself, even if you're not prepared for the moment, you will sell that shit as if you are, because you're perpetually ready, because you believe in yourself. Imagine being in the right room with the right person and you're not the right person. That shit is crazy. What they say, it's better to be prepared and have no opportunity when opportunity strikes than it is to be unprepared and have an opportunity fall in your lap. I butchered that saying, but it's facts. It's way better to be like prepared and have zero opportunity than to be unprepared and have an opportunity fall in your lap. Because all you're going to do is play yourself. And at the end of your life, you're going to be like, damn, bro, I was in a room with the right person. I didn't have a fucking thing to say. I was quiet. I was saying a whole bunch of yeses and nos. And when they asked me to say something, I couldn't contribute anything to the conversation because I had nothing to give. I was not the right person. I was not in line with that room. I was out of alignment. Shit's crazy. Let me see. Everyone has a village mentality and wants to help others. Not everyone, right? Juanita, exactly. Juanita, do you recommend any books? Yeah, I highly recommend Richest Man in Babylon. I highly recommend As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. I highly recommend How to Win Friends and Influence People. I highly recommend Quantum Success by Sandra Ann Taylor. I'm looking at my books right now. There's a really good book on faith. Killy, I think you'll like this book. It's called Chase the Lion. It's a book that's written by a Christian pastor named Mark Batterson. I highly suggest it. In 2022, when I really had to like do a leap of faith, I read that book, and that book is all about faith. It talks about this dude named Benaiah in the Bible, and Benaiah is apparently one of David's mighty men, King David's mighty men. And Benaiah apparently was like some badass. Like, I think he chased a lion He chased a lion on a snowy day. That shit fell into a hole, and he jumped into the hole to fight the damn lion and kill it. And he did kill it. The man was so lit. I think at one point he held his sword so long that the shit froze to his hand. Like whoever this dude Benaiah was in the Bible was badass. And so the book is really about like chasing the lion and living in faith and like taking a leap of faith at every point in time, even when you don't understand. In the book, it talks about a leap of faith. He said, faith is walking out on a limb of a tree, cutting the limb, and the tree falls. Like that's faith. Faith is I'm gonna climb the tree, walk out onto the ledge. I'm gonna cut the ledge, and the tree is gonna fall instead of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's faith. Faith is gonna hold you up, even when nothing else in the fucking world says that you should be held up. Faith will hold you up. You got faith and belief in yourself or in a higher power. That's just gonna hold you up when there is no proof, no evidence, no nothing. How the fuck are you still alive? How are you still? You was in a crazy car accident. How you still alive? You was in a plane crash. How you still alive? You haven't had a job in the last 10 years. How are you not only not homeless but prospering and traveling the world and living your dreams? Like how? You know what I'm saying? Like how? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith. I want to read 48 Laws of Power. Whitney, I highly suggest it. I like 48 Laws of Power. I mean, I kind of like 48 Laws. I kind of skimmed through it. It's very interesting. But I don't know. I never loved it. I never loved it because I felt like it was more about manipulation than it was about like faith and being a person that's like gonna make it work despite using people. But I don't know. I think it's still a good book. I like reading it sometimes. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. Facts. Hello, King. It's been a minute. Timothy, what up? How have you been? I've been good, Timothy. I'm on it. Thank you. Absolutely, Killy. Juanita. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, bro. Right, makes sense, Whitney. Nah, man, knowledge is power. I highly suggest it. I highly suggest it to people, man. Like, yo, whenever you have the opportunity to elevate yourself, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. And I'm constantly telling people, man, read books, exercise, get into some audio learning, network with the right kind of people. And I will never tell a person to go to church. I'll never tell a person to read the Bible because everybody has their own relationship with that stuff. Like, I can't be one of them people, and I don't feel like I'm called to be one of them people, but I am called to tell people that God is real, and at any point in time, you should find your own connection with God. You should find your own connection with your creator. Your connection is probably going to look nothing like my connection, and for me to try to put you in a box based on what I believe all humans should be doing, to me is fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I will never put you in a box and say this is the only way humans should be, because I feel like that mentality has brought more suffering than anything else in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the right to govern you. You know what I'm saying? We all are governed by something beyond us, and I'm not going to sit there. Grand Rising, big dog. Much love from Los Cabos, Mexico. Hey, that's what's up. We out here. Latroy Prescott. Great morning. What up, Latroy? Welcome. Lens. What up, Lens? Katzman. What up? So I'll never tell anybody that, but I will always motivate people to develop a belief system. I find that a lot of people that are depressed because they can't see past themselves. They can't see past their moment. They can't see past what's happening to them in that specific section. But a lot of times when you have a belief system, it will inspire what's called faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith is when you can sit there and say, yo, I have no idea how this is going to work. It probably hasn't worked for other people. It may not work for people that comes after me, but right here, right now, I need a miracle to happen, and it's going to happen. And I'm going to believe. I'm believing God. I'm believing the universe. I believe in Krishna. I believe in, Muhammad. I believe in Selassie, whatever you believe in. As long as you believe in some sort of higher power, it allows you to believe in miracles. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important part. And I think that's where a lot of people get depressed, because you don't believe in a higher power, in which case you don't believe in miracles, in which case you don't believe that anything outside of your own understanding can possibly come to help you or save you. You need to fix your own problems at every single point in time. And if you're that kind of person, you're the kind of person that won't believe a phone call could come in that could change your life and change your situation. You won't believe that a chance meeting could happen next time you go outside. You don't believe that, some sort of turn of events can happen in your favor. But you also, at the same time, are believing that negative turn of events can happen. I can go outside and my tire could get flat. That's realistic. I can walk around in my house and stub my toe. That's realistic. Someone can call me and tell me that a loved one passed away. That's realistic. And it's like, yo, I highly suggest to you, stop being fucking realistic. Do not be realistic. Live in your own world if you need to. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's bringing you everything that you want in this life. Like, live in your world. You feel me? Do not be realistic, because a lot of times what people call realistic is pessimism. And no one has the balls to tell these negative ass people that you're being pessimistic. You know, I don't mean to be negative. I just want to be real. Well, your reality fucking sucks, because everything you say that's just being real is just negative. It's completely negative, 1000% across the board. And so I highly suggest to people, man, look, do whatever you got to do to maintain a high frequency. Tell yourself at all times you deserve the best. You do deserve the best. You're abundant. You live in an abundant world. There's never been a lack of resources. What the hell? There has never been a lack of resources. There's only been a lack of resourcefulness. You know what I'm saying? But I submit to people, man, believe in a higher power, believe in something beyond you, and it will at least give you the capacity to comprehend a miracle. Something can happen for me that I did not essentially work for. I did not force to make happen right now. Sometimes God will put you in a situation where nothing is going to work. Nothing that you can possibly do will work you out of that problem until you turn to a higher power. Until you turn and say, God, I have no idea how this is going to work out, man, but I have faith. And then, like, as the days go on, you start seeing that situation turn around in your favor. But then you can rationalize it as an idiot. You can rationalize it and say, yo, this happened as a byproduct of this, or that happened as a byproduct of that. That person called me because I met them 2 years ago, and, you know, I happened to cross their mind. And so you start talking yourself out of it. When you get out of the situation, that's the problem with a lot of people. When people are in really dire straits, they pray to God and they're like, oh my God, help me, help me, help me. And then God helps. And then when they get out of those situations, they believe that they did it all themselves. Like, no, you know, I don't need to pray anymore. Life is good for me right now. La, 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 la. I can do what I want in the dark. I could, you know, handle my business the way I feel like it. And everything that has ever, I'm self-made. I work my way out of my own problems. I haven't depended on anybody. I'm independent. INDEPEND. And then you end up with cancer. And then you end up with, you know, nothing working for you again. And then you end up with your wife leaving you. Then you end up with a child who's depressed and on drugs, and you have no idea how to fix that shit. And then before you know it, you back on your knees praying to a higher power. Because somebody told you at some point in time that you could fuck up in life all day and all night. And as long as you pray, things are going to work in your favor. But it's like, yo, bro, eventually, if you do believe in a higher power, you got to believe that something will have to break you in order to make something else of you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people don't want to think about that. In order for your house to have been built, something had to be destroyed first. You don't like thinking about that shit, but it's true. In order for you to have steak on your plate tonight, someone else and something else had to get killed for that to happen. So it's like, yo, bro, if you want a new life and a better life and a better existence, something is going to have to be destroyed in order for it to be built. You know what I'm saying? And what's going to have to be destroyed is that bullshit mentality that you got that's convincing yourself that everything good in your life is happening as a byproduct of you, and everything bad that's happening in your life is a byproduct of other people fucking up. It's like, nah, bro, stop thinking that way. That's wrong. Everybody out here is doing the best that they possibly can, I think. And I would submit to you that believing in a higher power will allow you to believe in a miracle. It would allow you to believe that things can happen in your favor positively. Most people are so fucking negative. They walk around with this mentality. What can go wrong today? What else can go wrong today? What else can go wrong? Am I going to get another call? Is another bill going to stack up? Am I not going to have enough money? Am I not going to be able to do what I have to do? Am I not going to be able to support my family? Am I not? Am I not? Am I not? Someone going to take, something's going to break, something's going to hurt. A lot of people walk around with that negative mindset, but how many people walk around with this kind of mindset? Damn, how good can it get today? What other powerful, awesome thing can happen today? Damn, like, if everything was to go right today, what would happen? Damn shit, I would get called for some opportunities. I would be able to hang out with some friends today, live in the sunlight. I would be able to experience a high power. I would be able to like chill today. I would be able to like enjoy my day today. I'll be able to laugh today. I'll be able to eat some good food today. I'll be able to wear some nice clothes and go out today. Like, and I would end today with more money in my account than I started with today. I'll be able to give to my friends and family. I'll be able to have great conversations with great people. I'll be able to meet a wonderful stranger. I'll be able to love on the loved ones that I have. And I would just end today on a powerful note. Today's extraordinary. How many people walk around like that? Very few of us. Very few of us walk around with that kind of mindset. And the majority of the planet will sit and tell you if you do walk around like that, you're being unrealistic. That shit don't make no sense. You sound like you're living in a fucking fairy tale. None of that shit can happen. But if you walk around like this, what else could go wrong today? I have to guard myself against somebody stealing my money. I got to make sure that I lock my car up the right way. I got to make sure I lock my door with 3 locks. I got to make sure I close the bars around this. They're going to tell, oh yeah, that's being realistic. This guy's a good guy. He's being very cautious. I like the way he's living his life. It's like, bro, they train us to live more in fear and doubt and pessimism, and that's realistic. And if I walk around the streets with a scowl, if I walk around the streets like this, they're like, all right, yeah, that's a regular person walking around. I have no idea what his life is like. I don't really care, but that looks normal. But if I see a person that's walking around like this, la 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 la, I'm gonna think this person's a fucking drug addict. He's probably crazy. What's this guy smiling about? That doesn't make any sense. And it's like, bro, look how programmed we are. If you see a person walking around with a frown, you think that they're regular. If you see a person walking around with a smile, like, the fuck's wrong with this guy? What? And you start getting defensive. Someone else's happiness makes you defensive. Someone else's confidence makes you upset and angry. Someone else winning makes you feel like, fuck, I wish this person was down here at my level, so at least I wouldn't be alone here. But if everybody around me is winning, then I feel like I'm losing. You know what I'm saying? So we suddenly become haters, and we suddenly become pessimistic, and we suddenly become people who believe, like, we just believe that more negative things can happen to us on a regular basis than positive things. You know what I'm saying? LaTroy. All right, LaTroy got some comments on Instagram. I think everyone should also find their routine in life. In theater, we are taught to find our own personal routine that helps you. What do you need to stay focused? Journaling, fitness. Right. You must figure out what you need to keep you going. And LaTroy says, speak. You got to accept that life will have its ups and downs. Focus on what you can learn and how you can grow from the situation. Good shit, LaTroy. All right, let's see. Boom. Oh, Nat, what's up? Woof. Hair TV. Let me see. The universe is non-judgmental. Facts. Hair TV. I try to live like that because I need to be a safe haven before I can make one for others. Hey, that's not bad. Backwards, right. Puerto Rican A-Rod. Change your perspective, and you change your life. Sometimes all you got to do to be like radically different is do the opposite of what you did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? If my day sucked yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I stayed inside. I didn't get much exercise. I thought about everything that's going wrong in my life. I complained about everything that's going wrong in my life. I didn't put anything out into the universe that's positive or helpful or of service. I didn't think positively. I didn't exert any energy, and I didn't call any friends to make sure that they're okay. Okay, cool. Let me do the exact fucking opposite. Let me go outside. Let me get some exercise. Let me put something out into the universe, whether it be a post or a call or something. Let me call some people, like get around some other people that are actually positive, that are good for me. Let me listen to some good music. Let me find a way to laugh today. I should put laughing on my schedule at every point in, like, throughout the day. I should schedule a point in time for me to laugh. Even if I gotta, okay, during my lunch break at 1 o'clock, I'm gonna spend at least 20 minutes of my lunch break going on YouTube, looking up some stand-up comedy and fucking laughing. I have to laugh every single day. I'm gonna laugh no matter what. And I'm gonna look up some miracle moments. I'm gonna look up some shit that don't make no sense, but it's categorically true. You wanna know why? Because this universe that we live in is actually more comprised of miracle moments than pessimistic moments. 90% of your day don't make fucking sense. And I promise you that. You want to know why? What is keeping you from floating out into space? Gravity. You've never seen it before. What is keeping you alive right now? Air. You've never seen it before. What is pumping in your chest right now that is allowing blood to flow through your entire body? It's your heart. You've actually never seen that before in person, unless you ripped it out of your chest and looked at it. You've seen it on an x-ray. Again, believing in something that you can't physically see. Like, a majority of this planet is comprised of miracle after miracle after miracle. What is keeping the sun from coming up on time every single day? Like, we get so jaded in the world around us that we don't even acknowledge the fact that there are so many miracles taking place every single second. And then you got the nerve to sit and say, I don't believe in things that I can't see. Nigga, can you see what's allowing the sun to come up every single day? No, it just does that. That doesn't mean anything. Really? Can you see what's preventing the ocean from crushing us and flooding the world? Do you have any idea how much water is out there? No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, can you see what, like, is allowing you to breathe right now? Do you actually know what's allowing you to breathe, or do you just believe what science has told you? Because science is changing every day. Haven't you ever heard when they say, a new study proves that? Bro, I hear that shit every day. A new study proves what? And I hear it constantly. A new study shows that this, and this. A new study shows that smoking is good for you. A new study. Every day they come out with a new study, and it's debunking whatever study came before it. So whatever you perceive to be a fact is actually an opinion that was promulgated by somebody who you don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? You're just listening to people, and you're surrounded by miracles thinking that nothing exists outside of what you can control. You didn't even make yourself. You didn't design yourself. You didn't choose the day you were going to be born. You're not going to choose the day you're going to die unless you off yourself. And then, like, you didn't choose so many of these things. So many of these things would have to be random miracles for them to even happen. So why don't you just program yourself to believe that more random miracles could happen in your favor? You feel me? I want to live like that. I don't know about anybody else. I want to live in a kind of frequency where it's like, bro, I have no idea how these things are going to work out for me, but they are. They absolutely are. And I'm going to enjoy my day today. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to chill. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to play. I'm going to party. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to live at a high frequency. Even if it's the last day of my life, even if the worst thing in the world is about to happen to me, I'm still going to live on a high frequency. You want to know why? Because if it is the end of my damn life, why would I not want to end it on a high note? You know what I'm saying? And if it isn't the end of my life, then that high frequency is only going to bring more high frequencies for me. But I got to be conscious in that. I got to consciously say, bro, I want to laugh today. I'm going to look up some shit that make me laugh, bro. I'm tired of complaining and crying. I'm tired of problems. I'm tired of thinking of all the worrisome things that could happen in my life that could possibly be detrimental to my future and my family and my health. Nah, bro. I want to be the kind of person that's happy today. I want to be happy. I don't want to be careless. You know what I'm saying? I want to be frivolous. I'm going to go to a park and I'm going to run. I'm going to do some cartwheels. I'm going to climb up a fucking tree. I shouldn't have to wait until a doctor tells me I got cancer for me to try to live. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to try to live within 3 months. I'm going to try to live in 6 months. When I had 20 years of wasted potential, that doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any damn sense to me, bro. There's so many beautiful things that we could pay attention to today. Thank God that you're alive. Thank God that you have eyes to see, ears to hear, hands to grab things with, enough fingers to actually grab it properly. You know what I'm saying? You have some loved ones that you can talk to. Somebody raised you. Somebody brought you up. It may not have been perfect. Your parents might have been, messed up and crazy and janky and didn't know how to navigate life. Your grandparents might have been messed up. Y'all might not have had money. Y'all might have had traumas and bad things happen to you at an early age. Yeah. But it's just like my homegirl E.T. said. She said, look, those traumas that happened to you, they may not be your fault. We're sorry. That's all we can say. We're sorry that happened to you. It may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. Because in this grand world, it did happen to you. And if you believe in a higher power, then you have to believe that it happened to you for a reason. So what is the reason? What is the reason I got beat so damn much when I was a child? What is the reason I got all these miscellaneous scars on my body that I have no idea sometimes where they come from? What is the reason why, I got bullied in school so much? What is the reason that me and my family lived in an abandoned building? What is the reason why we lived in a Pontiac at one point? We lived in a Motel 6 at one point. Every Monday. I remember at one point, every Monday we were changing rooms in the Motel 6. And I was like, I don't know why we changing rooms so much. Why are we just not in one room? And I just knew that my parents was not explaining to me why we kept changing rooms every Monday in the Motel 6. I still don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? But every Monday we had to change rooms in the Motel 6 no matter what. And it sucked when you end up in a good room with a nice new TV and AC is piping, and then you end up in an older room with an older TV and the AC don't work as well. And it kind of smell like wet rug in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that as an adult. But now, as an adult, I understand. Okay, we were going through. We must have been evicted. We were home. We were going through it at some point in time. I don't understand those things. You feel me? But if I'm an adult and I can say, okay, I can't blame my parents because I know they did the best that they could because somehow I'm here. I had enough food, even if we got the food from the church. I had enough food. We got food and clothes from churches that we didn't even fucking go to. You know what I'm saying? We don't even go to this. This might be Catholic. I don't even know where we at. But I know that there's a line and we in the line. Man, look, I was a grown man and my mother was still going and getting food Wednesdays and Sundays from free vegetables. Wherever they were giving free vegetables, you would go and get a box full of free vegetables and pastries that were a day from being expired. So you gotta eat them shits quickly. And I was still an adult and it made me feel terrible. I'm like, man, how in the world are we still living like this? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But to feed her family, my mother never had no ego about that shit. I don't give a shit where I gotta be and what I gotta do and what I gotta look like. I'm gonna feed my family. That's that. And to grow up with people like that, man, you gotta say to yourself, I don't give a shit what's going on in the world. I gotta leave my ego and I gotta leave my comfort zone. I gotta understand that we deserve better. We deserve the best that this life has to offer because we already seen the fucking worst. You know what I'm saying? We already seen the worst. We already experienced the worst. I already know what that's like. I'm familiar with it. I got a t-shirt and that shit hangs on my wall. I'm good. Now it's about accomplishing more and having more. And it's not about money. It's not only about money. It's about growing as a person. Again, I started this conversation by talking about the Jim Rohn quote. His mentor said, yo, you should have as a goal to become a millionaire. Not for the money, but for who it will make of you in order to get that money. The person you will become on the journey is far more valuable than the person that you are right now. Because you're only broke because of your habits. You're only broke because you're not consistent. You're only broke because you're not leaving your comfort zone. You're only broke because you allow your ego to stop you. You're only broke because you're not working hard enough. You're only broke because you're not putting in enough hours. You're only broke because you procrastinate. You're only broke because you're not persistent. You're only broke for a million of these damn reasons because way too much money out here and so many different avenues to do anything you want in the damn world. Go to another country and see how they hustle and then come back and tell me that there ain't no opportunity in America. You must be fucking crazy. I went to Egypt. They was selling everything they could. I was in Ghana. Niggas was in so we're on the street. They're navigating. They're walking through they're navigating. They're walking through traffic, and they're selling like tissue paper. And I was like, bro, who's buying this shit? And they're just holding one up. And I'm like, no one's buying that. But they out there hustling every single day. I see dudes with like, there was a whole crew of people. There was a whole crew of men whose legs did not work. All of them boys was on skateboards. They were moving with their hands. Their legs were like really small and like folded up. And they were moving through skateboard. Hannah, what's up? Good morning. And so I was like, yo, bro, go to another country, see how they hustle, come back here and tell me there ain't no opportunity. You will lose your mind. You'll be like, nah, bro, this place is filled with milk and honey. I live in America. I was already born rich. That's crazy to me. Let's get to the bag. Let's do whatever we got to do. Come on, bro. Like, there's so much knowledge, wisdom, power, and information out here. You got the world's information at your finger, literally. That used to be a figure of speech. That is your reality right now, and you still finding ways to believe that nothing good can happen for you, which is crazy to me. Like, it used to be, I got the whole world in my hands. That used to be a figure of speech, bruh. You have the whole world literally in a cell phone in your hands. Somebody else sacrificed their whole life to give you a cell phone, and you're using that shit just to scroll for gossip and to become depressed because you live in a technological era where you can compare your life to someone else's life who's doing a little bit better than you, and you convincing yourself that you're not doing well in life. And so you're walking around all fucking depressed and sad and complaining about all the things you didn't know, all the things you don't have, and all the things you can't do. You're insane. Stop it. We live in an abundant world. If you don't subscribe to nothing else that I say, subscribe to this shit here. We live in an abundant, this is Myron Golden. This is Myron Golden's quote. Go on YouTube and look up Myron Golden. MYRONGOLDEN. He's a great mentor, bro. Go listen to him. He's the truth. I listen to him all the time. He is the truth. He will give you a kick in the ass and tell you like, yo, go get to your bag. Myron Golden says, we live in an abundant world. There has never on the face of this planet been a lack of resources. Despite what any of these goofy humans say, there's never been a lack of resources. There has only been a lack of resourcefulness. Never been a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness. That shit will empower you. Like, damn, you're right. Anytime somebody says that there's not enough of something, you got to ask yourself, why are we even still using that thing that they're talking about? Why are we not so developed that we develop another form of getting that same result? There's not enough beans. Why don't I grow a different type of bean? There's not enough grains. Why don't we grow a different type of grain? There isn't enough water. Are you fucking shitting me? Most of this planet is water. Are you crazy? There is water. What are you talking about? No, there's not enough power. Yes, there is. You see how much sunlight there is? What are you talking about? There's not enough oil. Why are we even still using oil? What do we really need oil for? Like, come on, bro. There's a million other ways that we can get it. So it's like, yo, believe in yourself and believe in the miracles. And it's funny because everything I'm saying to y'all right now is like I'm structuring this conversation a certain kind of way, talking about reading books, talking about exercising, talking about learning, audio learning, talking about getting around and socializing and networking with the right people. And I'm also talking about having a belief system, believing something higher than yourself. And all of this is in my course. I just dropped the course, hit the link in my bio. It's called Infinite Optimism. If you like this live, you're going to love what's in the course. Get inside the course. Get inside the course. Between now and Sunday, I'm going to upload all the videos. That's why it's discounted right now, because I have to input all the videos and input all the sections. But go and get the course right now. It's called Infinite Optimism. Hit the link in my bio. Cop it today. It's great. You're going to love it. And unlike the live, which when this live goes off, I'm live streaming on Instagram, and I'm also live streaming on YouTube. So when this live is done, you go on my YouTube and rewatch this video. But if you want more information like this, more in-depth information with actual like studies and just more flushed out information that you can actually have and hold and replay it all day, every day, get the course. Get inside the course. Hit the link in my bio. It's called Infinite Optimism. This will be the first thing in my link in bio. Go and get it. Right. I'm absolutely a course seller, bro, because I felt really bad the past couple of days, weeks, and months that I couldn't go live. I was like, when I don't go live, I feel like I'm not contributing to the world in that way. But I'm like, yo, if I drop something that people can actually see that's like curriculum down, it's like, bro, from top to bottom, if you watch this and you actually watch these videos, you're going to get all the same info I'm giving you right now. Even better info. You know what I'm saying? Because I have more time to do it, not just an hour, because I was literally supposed to jump off an hour ago. But like, yeah, go and get it. Go and get it. Shameless plug or whatever kind of plug. Leave your ego behind. Leave your comfort. I'm a recording artist. I make music. I make rap songs. Go on my Instagram, look up Spotify, my YouTube, watch my videos, listen to my songs. My songs are really good. I'm about to drop a whole new album. I'm dropping more music every day. And so my ego told me that I couldn't release a book. And I released the book, Materialize, my top 10 manifestations. Go and get my book. It's really dope. All right? Go and get it. It's on Amazon. The link is in my bio. Go and buy the book today. You get the paperback and you get the hard copy. Go and buy it. But my ego told me I couldn't do this. My ego was like, yo, you a rap artist, bro. Like, ain't nobody doing that kind of shit. You can't do that. You can't do that or people are going to look at you a certain kind of way. And I had to tell myself, bro, I actually don't know if I give a fuck about how people look at me, because I got information and I want to give it to people. I don't really even know, like, I don't even know why I'm able to talk to people like this. You feel me? I gotta say, okay, God want to tell somebody something, and if he gonna use me to do it, then he gonna use me to do it. I got something inside me that I gotta tell you. I'm gonna tell it to you in music form. I'm gonna tell it to you in a book, and I'm gonna give it to you in a course, and I'm gonna give it to you in a live stream right now. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen and keep sharing the live and help me reach my live goal up there. But your ego will stop you from a lot of shit because your ego is gonna tell you you are this person. You can't do that. You've only done this. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I submit to you, bro. Yo, challenge that shit. There's a part of your brain, I can't remember what it's called, but they have another name for it too, and they call it the self-preservation cortex of your brain. It might be the amygdala. I can't remember, but it's called the self-preservation cortex of your brain. The self-preservation cortex in your brain actually is the part of your brain that does its best to keep you safe. Its only function is to make sure that you don't die today. It's the thing that talks you out of walking off a bridge. It's the thing that won't allow, if you walk inside of the ocean and attempt to drown yourself, you can't drown yourself unless you strap yourself to something else. Because there's a part of your brain that will completely override you and swim and fight for air. You will be unconscious and your body will rise to the top and you'll start breathing. Like, it's a part of your brain that will completely knock you out. Okay, put this person to sleep and we're gonna swim to the top and get some air. We're not about to die. It just wants to keep you safe. But in its desire to keep you safe, it keeps you in your comfort zone and it keeps you stuck and it keeps you stagnant. It's going to convince you out of things that it perceives to be dangerous. Going to a new state and starting a new life is dangerous. Going on a date with a stranger is dangerous. Lending somebody money to start a business is dangerous. Going and traveling around the world and seeing different sites is dangerous. So it's this mentality that keeps you in your comfort zone and keeps you safe. It's going to keep you constantly spinning your wheels in the exact same place if you allow it to have its power over you. You got to say to that part of your brain, yo, look, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for keeping me safe up to this point. But I have to go for that thing. So I'm going to ignore you. I know I'm going to have this part of my brain that's screaming at me to not go to the gym, screaming at me to not travel the world, screaming at me to not go start a new life, screaming at me to stay in my bad toxic relationship. Thank you for the gift, Sweetwater. There's going to be a part of my brain that's screaming at me to stay at my current job for risk of losing all my money. There's going to be a part of my brain that's screaming at me to like obey, not break the rules, not break the laws. There's going to be a part of my brain that's screaming at me to do all that shit. But I got to sit and say, you know what? My power is discernment. I know who to listen to, and I understand that there's a part of me that's going to do its best to keep me here, keep me stuck. But I have to override that shit. I got to say, no, I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to leave this toxic relationship. I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to leave this job that I know ain't serving me. I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to sell all my possessions and travel the world. I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to leave and start a new life like LaTroy did. I'm going to leave, start a new life in a new state, a new country. I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to, instead of hopping around religiously and running from my problems, I'm going to plant my feet for once and be persistent. I'm going to face my fucking problems. Instead of running from my problem, I'm going to face them. I'm not comfortable staying here. I'm going to leave my comfort zone. I'm going to put myself on the line and I'm going to risk everything. I'm going to get on that stage. I'm going to grab that microphone. I'm going to tell the world what I got to tell them. I'm going to write the song that I'm supposed to write. I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to go to California to be an actor. Do some shit that very few people make it at. Do some shit that everybody and their mom is going to tell you is not possible. Very, 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 very small percentage of creators actually make it to that top 1% window. But I'm going to leave here and I'm going to go and do that. Not only for the desire, not only for the end product of what I would get, but for who it will make of me in the process to do it. Like Jim Rohn said, be a millionaire, not because of the money, but because who it will make of you to become that person, who it will make of you to get that money, who's going to turn me into. I'm going to leave here because, in worst case scenario, just like the boy and the alchemist, worst case scenario, the boy and the alchemist, if you know the story of the alchemist, he went through this long journey, took him like multiple years. He finally got to the pyramids, finally got his treasure, or didn't get his treasure. He got beat up only to find out that his treasure was actually back where he started from. How crazy is that? He had to go all the way to the ends of the earth. And I actually been to the Egyptian pyramids. That shit feels like you're at the edge of the planet. It feels like you're about to fall off the corner of the planet. It's like, bro, I'm at the edge of the world right now. And so it's like, he had to travel all the way to Egypt only to realize that the treasure he was seeking was right back where he was at in the beginning of the story. But the person that he became. Because God could have told him like, yo, the treasure is buried underneath you. He was sleeping in a broken church, abandoned church. And he had a dream of treasure. But the treasure was in Egypt. So he had to go to Egypt. He went to Egypt. And he didn't find no treasure. He ended up getting beat up by bandits. And one of the bandits told him, you're stupid. Because I had a dream of treasure too. And the treasure is buried inside of a church in Spain. But I'm not stupid like you to actually go and find it. I'm going to stay where I'm at. And he left. And the boy woke up like, damn. He said that the treasure is back in Spain. And so the boy ended up going back to where he came from, went back to that church, dug inside the tree and found that there was treasure there. So his treasure was right where he started his story at. But who he became in the process of seeking the treasure in Egypt made him the man that he was supposed to be. So he found that treasure and went right back to where he was supposed to be. Not in his homeland, but back to, his adventure life. The girl that he met in the oasis. You know what I'm saying? Right, just like the shepherd. Yep, did an alchemist. LaTroy, you read it? I just said, I'm telling you. Not because of you're going to go on this great grand adventure and life is going to happen to you, for you, around you, with you, within you, and you're going to become who you're meant to become. But only if you're willing to put your ego aside. I'm doing so much research on the ego and realizing the ego is going to keep you stuck. The ego keeps you in your comfort zone. You scared of looking foolish? You already look fucking foolish because you living in fear. You think we can't smell that shit on you? You think I can't smell it on you when I see you in a party or I see you in an event? The way that you navigate, the way that you are so concerned about making sure you look well put together, the way that you're making all your statements very palatable to everybody in the room, the way that you're like servicing other people's ego. You think I don't know that you live in fear? You're fucking terrified to be yourself, and I can smell it, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? So you already, like, we're already clowning you. Like, the people who are already on the other side are already looking at you like, bro, you're so scared of looking stupid that you look stupid right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look dumb. The only people that don't look stupid in the room are the people who are authentically living out their dream and living out their purpose. Those are the people who walk inside a room being authentically themselves, and we look up to those people. We admire them because they were willing to do the things that most of you people in the room are unwilling to do. You was willing to fight for your dream. You was willing to leave your comfort zone. You was willing to leave your friends and your family and everything behind. You was willing to start a new life for yourself. You was willing to do all these extraordinary, you was willing to go on an adventure that cost you everything. You were willing to go the distance. We're proud of you. As a human being, I can say to another human being, I'm proud of you. Because you went the fucking distance. And you face your fears every day. And you put your ego in the trunk every fucking day. Don't let the ego control you. Don't ever let the ego get a hand on the driving wheel. And the sad part is most people are living like that right now. If you're so concerned about what other people think about you that you're not living out your destiny, bruh, you are trapped. You are a slave to your own misunderstanding of how this world is set up, and you look like a clown. You like a joke to us because we know that you're living in fear. You look like how we looked before we came to our senses. So we know. I know. I'm probably younger than most of y'all here too, and I know. I know it. You know what I'm saying? But when I see people like LaTroy on Instagram, right? LaTroy left his life behind here in Miami. LaTroy was my neighbor. Left his life behind in Miami, said, I'm going to New York to pursue theater. I'm out. I'm so proud of you, LaTroy. Super proud. You know what I'm saying? Me and LaTroy will talk about books and energy and frequencies, and LaTroy's the truth. But LaTroy is on that journey of self-discovery. You know what I'm saying? On that journey of self-discovery and saying, I'm willing to go the distance for what it is that I want. And I'm willing to die in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that keeps people stuck in their comfort zone. I might go to that other place and bad things might happen to me. Bad things are happening to you here. What are you talking about? Bad things are happening to you home. What are you talking about? Oh, I might go over there and die. You could die here. What are you talking about? I might go over there and lose all my money. You're not really rich here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was rich, you would be content and you would know you're living in your purpose. Even if you're making a lot of money, even if you're making six figures living in a high rise, if you wake up miserable knowing you're not doing what you want to do, bro, you're poor. You are poor. You have poor life experience. You have poor, self-esteem. You're poor. You feel me? You're poor. You're a high-paid slave. You're a poor person living in a high-rise. You're no different than that man that I know who has six figures in his account. He's walking around with holes in his fucking shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got bankroll, but you poor because you poor in here and you poor in here. And you know what I'm saying? That shit don't miss us, and you know it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we in a club in Miami and somebody come trying to buy up the section so that people would like that person more, we like, damn. One, this person is a sucker. Two, you probably from out of town. Three, bruh, I feel bad for you. This person is a square. Like, you living in a cage that you designed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're a rich poor person. That's strange. You know what I'm saying? It's super strange. But your thing might be like, yo, bro, you gotta go. Why the fuck would you make six figures with holes in your shirt? Be for real. Honestly speaking, bro, that's how, man, look, I know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Homie got 6 figures and he walk around holding because he's a super frugal. Somebody told him one time, he said, yo, bro. He said, my brother-in-law told me, he said, yo, bro. Because he was fighting somebody over like $5 or something crazy. And his brother told him, bro, you can make a nickel scream. Somebody told him, yo, bro, like you such a penny pincher. You can make a nickel scream. And he said, he looked back at his brother, he said, bro, you have no idea. I can make a penny bleed. I was like, yo, but that's somebody who's like, you can make a nickel scream and you can make a penny bleed. Like, he's just super frugal. He grew up without money, so now that he got money, he has a fear consciousness of being without it, so he hoards it and holds it like this. And so he don't, you know what I'm saying? He's living in a self-imposed prison. Feel me? The book is super powerful. It's more about the journey than the end result. If he never went on that journey, he would never have grown into that powerful man. That's facts, Troy. I'm ashamed to say how long I've been with my company. I'm finally making the moves to leave by the end of the year. So on point. That's what's up. Brooklyn Barbie 90 on IG. That's what's up. Make those moves, bro. And if you say you're ashamed to say how long you've been with your company, that means you don't belong there. You don't belong there, man. It's been for years I've known that I haven't belonged in Miami. And I've still been here. And I've been here because I told myself I have a team here. And I can't just switch up on my team. I've been called to go to the West Coast for years. And it's, bro, from the very first day I landed in California, I was met with trouble. Like, anybody who knows the story, like, I landed out there to link up with my cousin, and nothing went according to plan. I ended up with no place to stay the very first day I landed there. But for some reason, bro, the second I landed out there, I felt this strange feeling walking through LAX. And I was like, bro, there's something going on. And I don't know what it is. And I think I was like 24, 25. It's like I felt energy coming from the ground into my body and going right back into the ground. It's like me and the place were communicating or some shit. And I'm like, well, Chasing Smiles, what up? And it's just really strange. And I never felt like that nowhere. And so for years, I've been like, yeah, man, like, oh, wait, what is this? And for years, I'm quick to get the haters out nowadays. I don't give them no space. Pop 25, NB stand up. Get out there to the West Coast. It's good, but you have to do it on your own. That's a fact. Poppy 253, straight up. That's just being cheap, Sean. True. And so I've always felt this feeling, man, and I'm like, man. And for years I've been having this narrative, and then even now, the last time I went out to California, which was like last month in July, I was out there and I was like, man, I don't even feel comfortable asking the question of if I should move out here anymore because I haven't done it. I feel ashamed to even ask. And that's why I started the conversation by saying, I don't care how old you are. If you still got that dream in your heart, go and pursue it. It doesn't matter how many times you failed in the past. It don't matter how many times it didn't work out in the past. Go again. Go again, go again, go again. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I don't care how people look at you when you pursue your actual dream. Go again. Go again and go fully. Like, leave everything behind. Make a decision. Cut everything away. An incision is to cut inside of something. A decision is to cut away from something. Make a decision. Don't make a choice. Make a decision. Cut away from anything that ain't your destiny. Move in faith. Do whatever you got to do. And so I highly suggest that to people. Now, I'm on a time clock too, bro. Like, it's so crazy. God is telling me I got to be in LA before the 1st. And it's the 23rd. So I got to be in LA within the next handful of days or else. But I always told myself that I had to stay here in Miami because I'm like, yo, I have a team here and I can't leave my team behind. But now I realize, bro, like that I'm just giving myself reasons as to why I have to stay here. When in all actuality, any team that really wants my best interest at heart or the best interest of the company that we rock with will want me to go to the best place anyway. If your team love you, they're going to want you to do what's in your best interest anyway. So it's like, bro, you got to go. And if the team is really with the shit, they got to come with me. But we can't stay here no more because we understand that this place ain't the place. I'm proud of LaTroy because LaTroy left Miami, went straight to New York and said, I'm going to pursue theater. And that's the place to pursue theater at, New York. Broadway, big time. Get it in. Thank you. I'm proud of myself for, LaTroy. Thank you. I'm proud of myself for believing in me. It's like the saying, you will have several lives in this life. All right. I am experiencing that. I feel like God meant for this to happen, to elevate me. I left my good paying job and everything I own and trusted God. Facts. Man, look, y'all follow LaTroy Prescott on Instagram. Follow LaTroy's journey because LaTroy is sent by God to do great things. LeTroi Prescott, LaTroy Prescott on Instagram. Go and follow that testimony, man, because LaTroy got something for the world. And I know that for a fact. Puerto Rican and straight up. Like, yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm on the same thing, bro. I'm on the same wave, Latrell. I'm about to leave everything in. I got nice shit. You feel me? I got I got a nice bed, I got a nice crib, and I'm about to leave it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to leave it all, and I'm about to go sleep on a couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, my ego. But I'm in the business right now of shattering my ego. That's what I understand. Because my ego has kept me stuck. My ego has kept me like, nah, if that shit ain't of status, I ain't gonna do it. Because I gotta be of status all the time. And it's like, nah, bro, you a slave. That's the way you think. No, don't think like that. Don't think like that. True winners and true successful people are willing to go wherever they have to go and do whatever they got to do to get where they're going. You know what I'm saying? Jim Carrey once said, if you're unafraid to downgrade your lifestyle for a year in order to upgrade for the rest of your life, you don't deserve success. You don't deserve it. If you're unwilling to downgrade your lifestyle for a year in order to get where you're going, you don't deserve success. You too arrogant, caught up in your own shit. You getting high on your own supply. You feel like you got everything laid out. Cool. Stay there. Stay in your comfort zone. Stay with your possessions that for some reason you feel like you can't re-get. Stay with the job that for some reason you feel like you can't re-get after you relocate. Stay with that relationship that for some reason you feel like is your cross to bear. Stay there. Stay there. Stay. Do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Sweet Parker says absolutely it's called sacrifice. Sacrifice. Give it all up. Whatever it is, give it up. Give it up. I motivate you. My sister just did this. She got called to go to Atlanta. She was like, yo, I got to go to Atlanta. On faith. With nothing. No nothing. Just nothing. She was like, yo. She packed up. She put all her clothes in the car. She drove to Atlanta. She stayed there with my sister. And then she stayed with some friends. She stayed in the Airbnb. And it's like, yo, but she risked it. Like, her credit ain't amazing. She put her name down on this application. They should have denied her, and they accepted her. How does that work? You know what I'm saying? She got a crazy 3-story house now. She got a car. Bruh, one of her Uber drivers, she landed over there. Her Uber driver was driving her to the destination. She's like, I'm moving to Atlanta. The Uber driver's like, okay, cool. She said, yeah, I need to get a car. He's like, well, I have a car right now, and I'm trying to find somebody to take over the lease. And she's like, how much is it? The payments are like $400 a month, $500. She's like, I'll take over it. So the Uber driver's like, all right, cool. A week later, he came, delivered the car to her. They signed a contract, and he left. She got a car now. And I'm like, the fuck? And they're like, that's so crazy to me. Like, because she knew that her credit wasn't great. So she was like, I don't know how I'm going to do these things. Bruh, God literally hooked her up with a crib that accepted her based on the credit and a car with no credit pull. Just taking over somebody else's lease. And I'm like, man, that shit is crazy. Her fucking Uber driver, like, ended up delivering a car to her. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm telling you people, man, look, there's more to say about powerful miracles in a positive light than there is about negative shit happening to you. But most people walk around like they believe more in stubbing their toe than flying. You know what I'm saying? Believe that you can fly more than you can stub your toe. But also be comfortable stubbing your damn toe. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable taking those L's. Be comfortable taking those things happening to you that you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a part of the journey. But don't ever let it get in the way of believing in your powerful miracles. Don't ever let it get in the way of believing in faith and a higher power looking out for you. Don't ever get in the way of it, of you believing that you got a destiny, because you do. You here for a reason. You got a powerful destiny, bro. Don't stop and don't wait on nobody. This is your life. Live it. Take it up there. You feel me? Take it up to where you got to be. You know what I'm saying? I see a request from somebody named Big Z. Big Z, if you're in here, make some noise, make a comment. Because if it's like a drone or a bot or something like that, I ain't going to accept that. Have faith. Faith without works is dead. When she made that move, God did the rest. Absolutely. Sweet Parker, that's what it is. LaTroy. And he has not left me. The omens are real. When you're tapped in, you're never alone. God is always there with you. Poppy253. Ego is just like holding on to pride. You have to beat the day. Don't allow the day to beat you. Facts. Detroit said, wow, look at God. When you trust him, he'll make a way out of no way. Facts. DJ Freestyle Steve, what up? Keep putting this message out there. Jay, all right, what's up? What's up, Big Z? Yo. All right, you trying to come up here? You got something to say? Is it about faith? I like your energy, bro. Thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Look, bro. And again, like a lot of these talks, they're coming out. Like I don't have a script. I don't got nothing prepared. Anytime these talks happen, man, they always end up happening in the vein of like something has a message for somebody, and I'm just supposed to say it. I don't know who the message is for, because a lot of times when this conversation happens, I'm not even really the one speaking. I'm like sitting in the theater in my own mind, watching this shit go down. Like, yeah, that's a great point. Where is this shit coming from? I don't know, but I know there's a purpose in it. You know what I'm saying? There got to be a purpose in it. Feel me? What's up, Big Z? Okay, thank you for the follow, Punani. Thank you for that. Yeah, man. Nah. So I highly suggest it. If y'all not already following me, please hit the link to follow me. Y'all make sure to keep tapping the screen. Y'all make sure to share the live. I'm almost at my live goal too. I got 6 out of 10 of these hand hearts. I just need, 6 out of 10 or 4 out of 10? I got 4 out of 10 of these hand. I just need 6 more of these hand hearts. And then we good to go. But yeah, this message, man, this message for anybody out there who's been feeling a certain kind of way. Like, if you're in a season of separation, if you're in a season of solitude right now, I submit to you that God is preparing you to fly somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Fly somewhere and do something different than where you at. I told my homegirl that. I was like, bro, I feel weird. I haven't talked to any of my friends in a while. I've been just really to myself, and I've just been really having these conversations with God, and I feel like I'm cocooning. I feel like I'm in a cocoon or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, she's been sending me photos for the past couple of days on butterflies and butterflies and butterflies. And it all is like, yeah, man, I submit to you, bro. If you feeling that kind of way, you feel called to, even if you don't know where you called to go, but if you just feel called to leave where you at, bro, take a leap of faith, go. I'll tell you, because there's years that I've wasted. You know what I'm saying? I'm 31 now, but as I look at my life, I can see how God told me all the things he's telling me right now 4 years ago. And then 4 years before that. You know what I'm saying? I can look at the past 8 years and say, damn, if I was more in tune with God and I was more in tune with like doing what I felt spiritually called to do instead of doing what I felt physically called to do, I would have done everything I'm doing right now 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. But now that I'm aware of that, I understand I have a window of opportunity right now. And if I miss this shit, it's not going to come back for another 4 years, like a presidential election. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, know that you're in a window. Know that you have a window of opportunity right now, bro, and get through it. Move through it. Jump in it. Leap. It's called a leap of faith for a reason. Feel me? Latroy, I'm going to come over to TikTok. Pull up, Latroy. I've been following you for the longest. Izzy Gonzalez. What up, Izzy? Welcome to the live. Brooklyn Barbie. You're fire and you're going to go far. We appreciate your mindset so impactful. Thank you, Brooklyn Barbie. I appreciate that. Straight up. Straight up. Hi. What's up, Izzy Gonzalez on IG? Let me see. Look, I've been saying I'm going to make moves. It's confirmation. Right. True. I'm telling you, Sweet Parker. Cashmere, 15 years. Absolutely. And I never got God involved. See, there you go. Sweet Parker speak. Reason I suffered. Man, look, bro, I've definitely suffered as a byproduct of not getting God involved. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I was in my last relationship. I was in a relationship for 12 years and it just ended in January. And that's a lot. It took a lot. It took a lot for me. But God had been telling me for like multiple years to leave that relationship. I just couldn't believe that shit. I was like, are you crazy? I done put a lot of time in. This girl is fine. You know, we're building a life together. Like, it can't be right. So I kept trying to force a square into a circle, and I kept trying to force a triangle into a square. Like, I kept trying to force something that wasn't shaped for the thing to be something. I kept trying to make something work that wasn't working because I felt like it was all up to me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't living in faith. I was living by the flesh. And I'm like, man, I'm not about to give up my girl to just, you know, be all up in my own imagination. I got to keep my feet on the ground. And it wasn't until like a lot of things happened in recent years, the past 3 or 4 years, that I began to realize like, nah, man, I got to get closer to God, close to the Spirit. And as I started meditating and talking to God, it was just weird, bro. Like, it's funny because my ex used to tell me like she wanted me to get closer to God. And I make this joke, but it's so real. She kept telling me to get closer to God. And as I got closer to God, God told me to get further away from her. And I thought that was so funny and weird. But the reality is sometimes when we in relationships, we end up caring more about what our partner has to say than what God has to say or our spirit has to say. We end up doing more to please the person that we sleeping with than we doing to please the person that's inside of us that's trying to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm servicing my relationship, but I'm not servicing my destiny. You know what I'm saying? And you know you at the wrong side of the shit that you're doing because they make you choose. If the person you're supposed to be with is in your life, they'll never make you choose between your destiny and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That person is with you for the long haul, in your bag, in your purpose. And you being a part of their purpose is not going to cause you to like create another personality. It's not going to cause you to have to split yourself. You're going to be able to be one solid person. If you're in a relationship and that relationship is causing you to live multiple lives, you ain't supposed to be in that fucking relationship. I'll tell you that simply and plainly. You don't got to believe me. You can wait for the next 4 or 5 years or whenever God opens up that window of opportunity for you to hear this message again until you come around and get it. And some of you are never going to come around and get it. Some of y'all going to look at the physical, look at the number of years y'all been together, look at how, you know, the Bible says, you know, you find a wife, you find a good thing. But bruh, like ask yourself, like, did you find a wife when you were spiritually in tune? Or did you find a wife because that was your high school romance and y'all was fucked up together and y'all trauma bonding? You know what I'm saying? Like, was that a real relationship or was that a shell of convenience? Just because it made sense at the time. And now you just sticking with it because it's something you already got. A lot of people are at jobs not because they're happy. They just at jobs because they got it. You know what I'm saying? So let's be for real. Sherrod, I'm here. What up, Sherrod? You got to keep God in the midst of whatever you do. Facts. Right now, I just enrolled in school. Congrats, Kashmir. That's good to hear. Let's see. After 14 years of not. Facts. I prayed one time and he moved me. I love to hear that. Daniela, what's up? Sweet Parker, yes, let God have his way. Facts. Sweet Parker, God is a jealous God. Right. Kashmir says, God's still telling me to leave my marriage. I've been hurt. Wow. If God is telling you to leave, leave. Don't play around with it. Like, some people stay where they're at, but then sometimes you got to look at the root. Like, how did we come together? Did we both come together because we just needed somebody warm to lay with? Or did God bring us together? Like, were we working on ourselves? Were we in alignment? Did we give up the flesh and start tapping into the spirit and then we came together? Or did we come together because I thought you was cute, you thought I was cute, we just started banging first night and then shacking up? Like, what brought us together in the first place? That'll tell you a lot about your relationship, you know, in the beginning. Like, because a lot of times the way things start is the way things end, you know? Sweet Parker, true. Cashmere and Twiller. But I'm going to talk to God about it too. Talk to God. Always talk to God. Cashmere and Twiller. Yes, my husband told me if I get saved, he's leaving. Wow, leave him. Sherrod, woo, right. Tell you, Sherrod. So I never went back to church. Wow, your husband told you that if you get saved, he going to leave you? That sounds like the weirdest shit I've ever heard in my life. Unless he church hurt or just demonic, one or the other. Let me see. That's how long I've been with my company, 12 years. Wow, I'm telling you. It's scary. Wow. Izzy Gonzalez, love figuring out how to drop music. I've had a couple songs stashed away in my playlist for the longest. Hey, appreciate you, Izzy. For those who don't know what figuring out how to drop music is, that's a 6-song EP that I dropped in 2019. Some say that's like some of my best work. So go on Apple Music, type in King Hoodie, and go to figuring out how to drop music. Listen to the song Need Love. You're going to love it. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you for saying that. Love my music. Yeah. Never went back to church. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep, Cashmere. Hannah, facts. If it's meant, it's meant. Facts, Sherrod. Cashmere Twiller. Oh, lady. Oh, no, lady. Put God first. Right. Thanks for the follow, Cashmere. Jared Yazzie. What up, Jared? Welcome to the live. Let me see. That's so true, Sweet Parker. Right. Sherrod says, all good things come to an end. Everything has an expiration date. Truth. God first, says Princess. Cashmere Twiller says, Sweet Parker, I'm learning, my love. Right. Ms. Bell, follow. Thank you for the follow, Ms. Bell. Sweet Parker, Cashmere. I know it's going to be hard, but you got to. You got to. I married him at 19 because I was homeless. Oof. See? That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Sweet Parker, yes. Cashmere. He's a Wiccan. What is a Wiccan? I feel like that's like some sorcery or something, right? Like Wiccan, witches, like something like that. Sweet Parker, wicked. Killy, he ain't the one. Killy ain't playing about none of that shit. Killy ain't even gonna try to reason with you. She said he ain't the one. He does spells and things. Do the spells work out for him, or like what's going on with him? LaTroy, yeah, that ain't the man. Get you a God-fearing man. Facts. Facts. Yeah, that's crazy. Love it. I was at the listening party. Thank you, Killy. You was. Killy was at the listening party for figuring out how to drop music. Yes, he was. We was at Cool and Dre's house. Bro, we had like 200 people in this damn house. Shit was lit. And it was invite only. Sweet Parker, Casual, yeah, that's deep. Sweet Parker. See, a lot of people get married for the wrong reasons because they were not told from the beginning. Right. What to look for. Right. Cashmere husband does witchcraft. Yeah, that's that shit is deep. Yeah, I don't play around with a lot of that shit. Like, all you had to tell me was that he told you that if you get saved, he leaving you. You'd be like, all right, bet. Leave. That's the kind of person that like, if they want a sinking ship, they want you to sink with them. Don't sink with that person. Don't sink with that person, Cashmere. Spotify, need love. Yup, you honestly deserve way more publicity. Thank you, Izzy Gonzalez. I'm working on a publicity right now. That's why I'm moving out to Cali, because God told me so. So if God told me so, there must be something out there for me. And I'm going to go out there and get it. I don't know what it is. I'm keeping my mind open to it, but I appreciate that. I'm working. I don't really know how to get more publicity. I just know that I'm going to keep talking my talk and doing what I do. Appreciate y'all. The Twitter gang, I don't know what that means. Yes, sync. Nope. Yeah, you got to let that relationship go. If somebody's sitting there telling you like, yo, bro, like, I don't want you to win if I'm not winning too, leave that person wherever you found that person straight up. Like, leave them wherever they at. Because the sad truth is, if they're willing to say that to you, you got to be thankful that they even said it out loud. Because most people feel that way and never tell you. Most people feel that way about you. Like, I felt that way in my last relationship. I felt like we were in constant competition, and no matter what I did, nothing was ever good enough. Anytime I would come to the table with good news, I'd be like, babe, this happened, or that happened, or this happened, or that happened. And I felt like she was just never happy for me. I felt like she would say the happy words, but I felt like her vibe was always like, And these were wins. Like, I'm winning right now. Babe, I just brought my credit up. Babe, I just went like this. Babe, I just made some money. Babe, I just got on this platform, got on that platform. Babe, I'm performing at this big show. Babe, I'm doing this. Babe, I just got reposted by this big person. Babe, Flo Rida just started following me. And Young Guru's following me. And Sway's following me. And this person following me. And that, like, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. And none of it was good. All of it was like, that's so good. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, yo, bro. But I didn't want to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? I was so living in my flesh that I wasn't conscious enough to be like, yo, spiritually something ain't right. And it wasn't until recent years that I'm like, oh, I get it. You're very attached to the enemy. You just don't know it. Because you're not guarding your mind. The idle mind is the devil's playground. You're not guarding your mind, so you're willing to allow the enemy to come in there and like play with that shit. You feel me? You're not any person, this is what I learned in my last relationship. Any person that is running from their traumas and hiding their traumas and putting on a mask of perfection is very susceptible to being used by the enemy, right? Sleeping with the enemy, princess, bro. That's what I thought, man. And no one ever wants to say that about somebody who they was deeply in love with, but I honestly gotta say it in my heart, man. I'm like, man, I don't get it, bro. There's a lot of things that just didn't make any fucking sense to me, and I didn't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it. Sometimes she would say things that were just specifically designed to crush me or confuse me. The last weird shit that she said to me was I was delusional. She got into the habit of calling me delusional because I went to Egypt for free and I went to Ghana for free. Her homegirl started making this joke like, man, you got this delusional way of living life. And I told them how I had to skip these lines and how I was getting these results and how good things were happening. Like, you got this delusional way of living life. And it was a joke at first. I was like, ha, 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 right. And I was like, yo, if I'm delusional, but I got the results, you might want some of this delusion, player. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm delusional and I don't got no results, then I'm just a crazy person. But if I'm delusional and I'm getting results, my G, in a world full of people who don't get shit, you might want some of this delusion. You better jump on my team. Crazy. But eventually that joke began not to be a joke no more. It began to be like a real, like, she was diagnosing me as being delusional. She was like, we would get into arguments and she'd be like, see, and that's why I say you delusional, because you're not paying attention and you're not seeing the things that I'm seeing. And I'm like, yo, is she really like trying to call me delusional? Like, that I'm an artist. I create things and I live in faith. Calling a person who lives in faith delusional is detrimental to that person. You don't understand. Like, some people are oblivious and they don't care about words, even though in the beginning was the word. Words create the world that we live in. The power of life and death is in the tongue. I can say this a million damn ways to you. But like, it's very detrimental to tell a person who lives in faith, live by faith, and creates the world, lives in manifestation world, that they're delusional. That shit is like, you're trying to pull the rug from underneath them. You feel me? And I was like, yo, why you call me delusional? Like, you know that doesn't sound good. That don't feel good when you said it to me. And she was like, nah, I'm just, and she literally, one time we was in bed, looked up the dictionary definition. She's like, this is why I'm telling you you're delusional. She looked up the definition and the definition said, somebody who walks around with false beliefs, believing false things are true. And I was like, so you're telling me I'm a person who walks around with false beliefs? Because I don't believe what you believe, because I have my own belief system of how the universe works. I believe I can manifest anything. I believe I can talk to God and God tells me where to go. I believe I'm having full-blown conversations with God, and these shits are real because my conversations with God get results, bruh. Like, I got a Jeep to prove it. I got a car to prove it. I mean, I got a crib to prove it. I got flights to prove it. I got, like, accomplishments to prove it. You know, like, my conversation with God get results. But she's telling me I'm a person who's walking around with false beliefs. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't feel good, man. Like, it just doesn't feel good. And then, like, by the end of our relationship, I remember having to say, like, yo, bro, like, this shit is getting crazy, and this shit is like it ended up letting me know, like, man, like, you're not saying that to help me at all. You're saying that specifically to hurt me, and it doesn't feel good, and it's bothering me, and I'm starting to consider it. She also was telling me I was a narcissist too, like, everything in my life is about me. And I'm like, I don't think so. I believe that if I don't have my shit straight, I can't help anybody else. I also believe that my company has my name on it, but I don't think everything's about me at all. Like, I remember telling my sister, I'm like, yo, do you think I'm a narcissist? She was like, what do you mean? I said, yo, my girl keep calling me a narcissist, and if I'm a narcissist, I want to know. Like, I want to know if I'm out here doing bad stuff to people. I want to know so that I could change my ways. And my sister was like, bro, you're not a narcissist. And I was like, why? How do you know? Maybe I am and I don't know it. She was like, no, bro, I'll tell you right now. She said, you're not a narcissist because the fact that you're even willing to consider the possibility that you're a narcissist and change your ways lets me know that you're not a narcissist. I was like, worse than, because a true narcissist can never conceive of themselves of being at fault for anything. A true narcissist can never conceive. If you point out a real issue in a narcissist, the first thing they'll say, you hating on me. You hating on me and you jealous of me and you trying to convince me of out of my. It's like, nah. Narcissists do not take accountability. Narcissists believe that they're better than other people, and narcissists can never say sorry whatsoever. Like, whatsoever. And she's like, bro, like, you say sorry all the time. You definitely take accountability and you admit when you wrong, bro. You not that. Don't let nobody convince you of that. Because I was really fucked up. I was fucked up. I was like, yo, if I'm a narc, damn, like, that's crazy. I got to fix myself. If she's right, I got to fix myself. And my sister was like, bro, don't buy into that shit. Like, a true narcissist can never conceive of the fact that they're a narcissist. They're true in their own ways. They genuinely believe they're better than other people. They genuinely believe that everybody else is wrong except them. They genuinely believe that they're never at fault. They genuinely believe that they never have to say I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, cool. So by the end of our relationship, I remember, like, we had to have a conversation about our relationship coming apart. And I was like, man, and this is probably TMI, but I really don't care because I can't really help people if I'm not being authentic. And I remember saying, like, yo, Elon Musk and Steve Jobs was delusional. And I remember saying, like, yo, bro, like, at the end of this relationship, like, yo, we got to go our separate ways. And I was like, yo, when you call me delusional, you was right. I am delusional. And my first delusion was you. I thought that you were going to change at some point in time. I thought that all this positivity, everything I'm saying to y'all, I would say to her for years of my life. Years. Nothing ever germinated. Nothing ever changed. It just kind of felt like at a certain point I'm talking to a black hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to something that's eating sunlight and not giving anything out. I'm talking to something that is like perpetually dark and not happy. And I'm like, I can't fix this shit. Like, I've been here for a fucking decade. I cannot fix this. And I'm arrogant, egotistical to even believe that I can fix this shit. Like, what am I doing? Why am I even doing this? I'm trying to force you to be like me, and I'm trying to force you into different. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't worth it. And then by the end of that shit, somebody in his life was like, and it just flipped it on me, bro. It really flipped it on me. But I still like to say, like, sometimes we end up in situations where I can't even remember what the root of the point was. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we end up in situations where it becomes obvious that we need to make a move and we don't make the move because we're so rooted in our flesh that we're not acknowledging the spirit is saying something different. I remember my spirit telling me I had to leave this relationship, but I wasn't buying that shit because I'm like, nah, bro, like, because it don't make sense because we've been together for a long time. We're both attracted to each other. We're both hardworking. We dedicated a lot of time. We sacrifice for each other. All these reasons and reasons and reasons. And then all God is saying is you either going to listen to me or you're not. And I'm like, but it don't make no sense, bro. Like, that don't make no sense. And I was fighting for it. And then eventually it became obvious. Like, when that delusional conversation happened and the narcissist conversation happened, I'm like, I was starting to catch, like, my personality was starting to change. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'm starting to, like, dislike myself right now. Then I was like, man, I gotta separate, man, because I'm aware that I'm not helping you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not helping you at all. And by extension, you're not helping me. We're not helping each other no more. And if we're not helping each other no more, then I got to do us both a favor. We got to do this shit. We got to do ourselves a favor. If we're not helping each other no more, then we're obviously hurting each other. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship or if you got friends in your friend group that are not helping you grow, they're either doing one of two things. They're either holding you in place exactly where you are, or they're hurting you and bringing you backwards. And neither of those two places where you want to be, you only want to be around people that are propelling you forward. Because we all are going to fall at some point in time, but I would much rather fall in an elevator with friends that are constantly bringing me up instead of falling with people that are going to let me stay where I fell at, or falling with people that are going to knock me lower. The people in your life are doing one of those three things. Either they're helping you move forward, holding you in place, or like sending you backwards, crab in a barrel, crab in a bucket. I'm not enlightened. Why would you be enlightened? Why are you not watching TV with me? Why are you reading that book? I don't want to read that book. I don't want to talk about the shit you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about manifestation and law of attraction and energy and frequency and the responsibilities of this. I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't want to talk about none of that. I don't want to talk about real estate and getting money and transcending our lives and Like, I don't want to talk about that. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Or you want to talk about the shit that's on the shade room? Or you want to talk about the gossip that your homegirl got going on? Or you want to talk about how toxic your friends are, but you feel like because you're not doing the toxic shit that they doing that you better than them, but yet you're hanging out with them, so birds of a feather flock together. You're more toxic than you allowing yourself to admit to yourself you are. And you living vicariously through these negative ass homegirls that you got because their chaotic ass, fucked up, dramatic lives are entertaining to you. So you're just surrounding yourself with them, which in effect is aligning you with them. Like, you're just as bad as them. The person that's watching on the bench with the same jersey on as the person that's playing the game is just as guilty. When the boys on the court lose the game, the person who's on the bench lose the game too. Y'all wearing the exact same jersey. Just because you're not doing all the shit that your negative homegirls is doing doesn't mean that you're any better than them. Because you're still surrounding yourself with that negative ass energy. That is who you are. You know what I'm saying? Show me who your friends are, I'll show you who you are. Show me who your friends are, I'll show you your future. Them words have been around for a minute. You feel me? They're not going nowhere. Talking to a black hole sounds like a new track, homie. It does. Lit Brunch, what up? I tell you. Reverse it on her, right? I thought he would change too, but I see it's not. Sweet Parker, right? I thought I could fix it too, but that is for God to do. Facts. Yeah, I'm telling you. You fine. Sweet Parker, yup. We are married. We were not married. We were engaged. We were engaged for 2 years, so we were going to be married. I got on my knee. I proposed to her. I thought I was going to do my whole life with her, and I was committed to it, bro. I was totally committed. But bro, I promise you, man. Man, after one of these last conversations that we had, I was meditating, talking to God, and I heard God say one thing to me, and it scared the shit out of me. God said, I was like, God, what am I supposed to do in this relationship? God said, I gave her a chance. And I was like, what? And I at that point, I was like, man, I got to leave it. And it's scary because how do you leave something that you worked 12 years to build? That don't make no sense. But we had to walk away from each other. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. You know what I'm saying? For me to sit and stay rooted in my flesh and say, nah, I'm not going to listen to or like, I'm not going to entertain this voice that's coming to me. I'm just going to stay with what I can see. That's living in a very carnal way. That's only living based on what you can see, based on your own power. You're not believing in what's bigger than you. And you essentially disqualifying God to lead your life. And it's crazy, you know? And I'm not saying go and do it in any particular way. I'm just saying there is a higher power, and the higher power got a design for your life. I'm not going no deeper than that. That's it. And so, yeah, man, when I started getting more into the spirit, more like in tune, everything started changing. Feel me? Are they going to go and tell everybody that you were a horrible person and they were perfect? Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that's the conversation. I'm a horrible person and that person is perfect. But that's fine. It's fine. You know, it's fine to me, bro, because I remember walking away from my last relationship, and so my ex-girl, she had a homegirl, and they're best friends. I remember they were on the phone after we had broken up. They were on the phone, and I remember her homegirl said something on the phone, and then my ex-girl was like, "Did you hear what she said?" I was like, "Nah, what did she say?" And the homegirl repeated herself. She said, "Yo, just because y'all breaking up don't mean we breaking up." And I was like, meaning her homegirl still wanted to be a part of my life. Because, you know, when you break up with people, it'd be like their whole family got to go. You know, and her dad still calls me. I still in contact with her brothers. And, you know what I'm saying? It's like, even if you're unaware of the fact that the person you were in a relationship was a good person or a decent person, that doesn't mean that motherfuckers in your community are blind too. Like, if my homeboy is an ain't shit homeboy, which I do my best to not have those anymore, but if my homeboy ain't shit, but the girl that he's with is stellar, bruh, me and the community, like, we rock with you, but we're not gonna not fuck with this person because this chick is stellar, bro. Like, she's really the truth. If we home, we're not gonna go and hang out with her on the regular. That might be weird, but still, like, we still acknowledge the fact that you let go of a great human being behind your own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's kind of what that let me know. Like, some of her friends still reach out to me, and you know, like, people that I met through her, we all still friends. And so it's like, I just feel like that's just a testament to being a good person. If you're a good person and you authentic and you thorough, and people know, like, yo, this motherfucker is helpful, useful, wise, and willing to be a light in somebody's life, I think people are naturally going to resonate. One of her friends DM'd me yesterday and was just praying over me and just having a good vibe. Like, yo, bro, you the truth. And, you know, I just want to let you know I love you. I got love for you. And anything you need, let me know. I'm like, for sure. I don't know. But, like, yeah, be like that. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate you. You talking directly to me. Sweet Parker's for you. Relationships should bring the best out of you, not the worst. Facts. Super facts. God covered you. Sweet Parker, right. I've been in this marriage exactly 12 years. Sweet Parker, I'm telling you, Hey, man, look, if you feel it and you know God is telling you to step out of that, man, step out. Dan B, what up? My boy Dan B up in here. But that hurts, and especially when you know you put your best and your best was good. Honestly, and I know what that feel like, man. I know exactly what that feel like. Wish you the best. You, fam, are in my prayers daily. Proverbs 3:5-6. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Cliff. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it does hurt, especially when you feel like you gave it your best. It hurts, and it will hurt. It's gonna hurt. It hurts. Like, that's the reality of the situation. But I submit to you, and this is, you know what the craziest thing is? I noticed when we doubt God, all we're doing is like electing a lower station. You know, we're qualifying ourselves for less. Here's a crazy thing, right? And this is just me being like ridiculously honest, right? And I'll be telling my own business online, but hey, it'd be like that. I left my last relationship, and it felt like I fought so hard for it, bro. Like, man, like, she doesn't even know sometimes. Like, I ran myself into debt for it. I put myself in crazy positions for it. A lot of that she'll never know. There were times when I literally gave my absolute last. There were times where I didn't even have nothing at all, and I found a way to borrow something or get something or work for something or ask for something and still give it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what you were just supposed to do as a person. And it just like, I fought so hard for that thing, and then when that thing came to an end, me believing in God, what I didn't know is that, like, God got something else for you. I started hanging out with somebody else, right? And this is a homegirl of mine, and she's cool, but like the level of like appreciation and high vibes and accountability that I'm getting from this person right now is just next level. I'm like, damn, there's so many, and there's no way you could know this, and I wouldn't tell you, but there's so many things that this person is doing for me that I wished my last relationship would have done. Even like simple, small shit, like so many different things. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, like, one thing, and it's weird, in my last relationship, we never read the book, the 5 love languages. It was something that we said we was going to do. We procrastinated. We never did it, right? And it was crazy. Never did it. But in this new situation, like, very first week, the girl came to my house, saw that I had the 5 love languages in my book collection that I got right here. I was like, yo, you got this book? I never read this book. You want to read it together? I was like, I mean, I guess, whatever. Like, I didn't pay no attention to it. The next day, she's on the she's jumping on a plane. She's about to leave. She called me. She's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, what's up? She's like, nah, I just wanted to talk to you before I fly out. What's up? I'm like, what's up? She's like, yo, I brought the book too, so we can start. I said, what book did you bring to where? For what? She's like, oh, I brought the 5 love languages so we can start reading the book together. I'm like, you serious about this shit? She was like, yeah, let's read the book together. Like, we're going to go chapter for chapter. We're going to read this book, and we're going to discuss the book together. We're going to read it together. I'm like, bruh. And at that point, we just kind of hanging out. So I'm like, why do you want to read this book, the 5 love languages together? She's like, nah, let's just read it. Come on, let's read it, you and me. You and me, let's do this together. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so we read the book together, and we talked about it, and we like got an understanding of what the book was about. That's your love language, this is my love language. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, what kind of relationship would a person have with somebody if you guys understood each other's love language from the start? You know what I'm saying? From the start, I know that your love language is acts of service. From the start, you know that my love language is words of affirmation. What does a relationship look like? That where you guys have the conversations before you got to get to therapy, you know, and so you never even have to go to fucking therapy. It's like, no, we're going to have this conversation. We might go to therapy anyway, but like, we're gonna talk about this shit now. It's just so crazy to me. Like, 12 years went by, we didn't pick up the book, and then a week with you, oh, we're reading this together now, you and me. It's like fucking with somebody who is entitled versus fucking with somebody who's like accountable. Like, I'm willing to say I'm the problem, and I'm willing to learn and grow and change and do whatever I got to do to make myself be a better person. It's just really different. God and spiritual knows which is all that matters. Fact, spirit, right? Indeed, sweet Parker. Rebecca, yes, King. What up, Rebecca? You're good and kind and generous. Thank you, Rebecca. That's really sweet. All right, let me see. Yo, what up, Dan B? What's up, my bro? What's up, dog? How you feeling? Good to see you, family. Welcome to the hoop earring. They look fly, my guy. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was confused about. I was conflicted to get the hoop earrings at first, but I had to go and get it. Great to see you, King. Low key, what's up? Carmen Priest, that's different. I love her energy. Ms. Nonchalant. What's up, Ms. Nonchalant? I built a whole life with him. Home, kids, cars. He didn't even have the mind to get anything but a car. Wow. Detroit, speak. Dan B. Fire. I wouldn't have thought that at first. Carmen Peach, right. I need the book. Got to get the book. Go and get that book. I'm happy for you guys. Straight up. I feel you. This is a good start of my day. Carmen Peach. Facts. I just say that to say, like, now I'm understanding. I ain't heard one false statement yet. Montreal, appreciate that. Now I'm at the understanding, bro. Like, that image, I don't know if y'all ever seen that image of, like, the little girl talking to Jesus, and Jesus is like, give me the doll, and the little girl got the little doll. She's like, but I love it, Jesus. He's like, no, trust me. And he got a big teddy bear behind his back. Now I'm realizing, bro, that's real. When God is trying to move you and tell you something, bro, he's telling you that because he got something better for you on the other side. That's not positive words. That's like some real shit. Like, the experience that I'm having in this, other space that I'm in right now, it just, and even if that don't turn into night, like, my mind is so open and free that it's like, yo, bro, like, I'm not dedicating myself to a person. I'm dedicating myself to my purpose. And if you my person, you're gonna be a part of my purpose. But I'm not gonna have to leave my trajectory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have to create another personality to hold you down and do all this other shit that I did in the past. Nah, you gonna join me on this journey, and me and you gonna be in this rocket ship, and we gonna be out of here. It ain't gonna be none of that extra shit no more. You feel me? And so the beautiful part about that is, like, now I'm understanding, now I'm aware of the fact that, like, bruh, that is not just positive words. There really is something better for you on the other side. You sitting there and you holding on to this, like, antique contraption trying to find a way to make this shit work. But in reality, bro, if God is trying to move you, it's because God got something better for you on the other side. That's not just positive words, but that is real. You might be trying to find a way to turn whoever you with into something better, or like trying a way to turn this, and God is like, bro, but I got something over here for you. If you just turn that into me, give it to me, stop holding on to it so tight, give it up, release it, give it in love too. Because I love my ex-girl. Like, there's nothing that I don't, like, I love her to death. Like, I love her. If she ever called me for anything, I will jump on a plane and I will go and I will help, no matter what it is. She's done that. We wasn't talking for months one time, and she had to move out her apartment. I was like, man, I was on a plane, boom, moving some shit. Boom, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, but I know that we're not supposed to be together right now. We're not helping each other right now. We're making choices that aren't in alignment with a unified objective. You're going that way and I'm going that way, and that's okay. We don't gotta, like, I have no animosity towards her at all. Do I admit that some of them things was, like, heinous during our relationship? Yeah, but I wasn't good either. Like, I did bad shit to her in the relationship, foul shit. Like, and I deserve it, and boy, I had to earn my respect back, and I had to earn my trust back. I had to get it in, and maybe she never trusts me again. And I totally understand that. It's my fault. But I understand that I have nothing but unending love for you, and I will always be there for you. I will never turn my back on you. If God tell me show up for you, I'm there. If God tell me leave you where you at because he got something going on for you, I'm going to leave you where you at. Because God got something for you, bro. He got something for you. I'm not about to interfere with that shit, get struck by lightning because of why. That don't make no goddamn sense. I got to trust. I got to trust in something bigger than me. I didn't even make me. Why would I not trust in something bigger than me? I didn't fucking make me. I'm sitting here so arrogant. God don't exist. All we got is evolution. You didn't make yourself, but you so fucking smart that you smart enough to tell me where you don't even know that you came from, but you know you didn't come from God? You sound stupid. Like, we just sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I said it to say, I got nothing but love for my ex. Like, complete love. If you ever need me and you ever call me because I ain't gonna show up for you, my first intention is gonna be show up for you. But I will talk to God first. Because God might not tell me to interfere with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. And if God gonna tell me, hey, don't interfere, I'm working on something with her, and I don't need you putting your hands on that, I'm gonna listen. But if God is like, hey, go help that person, I'm there like the fair. Here we go. What's up? What we need? What we're doing? What do I have to build? Who I gotta fight? What has to happen? Let's make it work. But yeah, man, like when you give your things up in love, God got something better for you on the other side. That's another reason why I'm giving up all my possessions in the crib and I'm on my way to Los Angeles, because I'm giving it up in love. I was gonna sell everything in my house, turn in the apartment, get my my deposit and shit back, but I just understand God got something better for me. I'm supposed to donate all my possessions here. I'm supposed to give them to somebody else who could use them. I'm not gonna sell nothing, and I got thousands of dollars worth of shit in here. I'm just gonna give it up. You feel me? And I'm not giving it up so that God will give me some. You know, sometimes you do something good because you think, oh, I'm gonna do something real good and God is gonna give me something else. You're doing something for something, you ain't gonna get shit. But I'm giving it up, expecting nothing on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving all it up, and I'm expecting to go out. I'm gonna go to California and sleep on a fucking couch. What are you talking about, bro? My life is lit here. I go, dog. Anywhere I go in Miami, somebody know me. Everywhere I go, yo, what's up? What's up? Here, what's up? I'm walking down the street. Somebody was like, I love your music. I'm like, hell yeah. Why would I leave a place where I'm popping at? You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, bro, I got friends and so many favors in this city. I can do anything in this fucking place. But that's even more proof positive to me that I'm in my comfort zone. Because I'm not living up to my fullest potential, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. Then if you're not living up to your fullest potential, but you a millionaire and you got all this possessions, but you know you're not living up to your fullest potential, bruh, that shit ain't helping you. It's hurting you. You're so bound by your possessions that you're not willing to let them go in order to pursue what you're really supposed to be pursuing. You stuck. You in a prison that you purchased yourself. Let all that shit go. Let it go. Here, take it. Because I didn't make any of this shit in my house any goddamn way. I bought this with a little bit of money, and money ain't going out of style. Money is not going out of style. So, what else is there? You feel me? What else is there? T. Erica. What up, T. Erica? Welcome to the live. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get so caught up in our possessions and our little positions. It's like, bro, but you got into that. Why you acting like you can't get out? What's wrong with you? Live freely. I got a dude, I met him in Ghana. This dude was the head pastor of the biggest mega church in Virginia at some point in time. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Because I didn't even know who I was talking about until I met the guy and then I knew who I was talking about. But this guy, he's walking around, he's a yogi now. He teaches yoga classes. He gave up the church and all the status with the church and all the money with the church so he could go and teach yoga classes. I'm like, whoa, okay. How does that work? You know what I'm saying? I know people that's trying to get into the church. How you leaving it? He's like, bruh, after years of seeing and doing the exact same thing, I had questions that couldn't be answered in the place that I was at. So I had to go on my own journey. You know what I'm saying? I got children, and my children know that they can find me wherever they find me. I'm supporting them financially, but I'm on the move. I'm doing my best to live untethered. That was his main word he kept saying. He said, I'm doing my best. I live untethered. And I was like, damn, this nigga's legit. He go to New York for a couple weeks, teach some yoga classes, rent out a studio, does what he does, go to Cali. Like, he's a real yogi. He outside with it, but he's living untethered. And he knew he had to turn in all the status and accolades that came with the church so that he could live out his true potential. You got some people that will never do that. I worked so hard to get to this position. I worked so hard to get this relationship where it is right now. I worked so hard to get all my possessions. Cool. All you doing is adding more junk and more baggage and more weight onto your thing. You can't cross the finish line with all that shit. You didn't come here with it. You're not going to leave with it, but you're allowing it to stop you from living your destiny while you're here, which is crazy. Don't do that shit. Leave it. Leave that shit behind. If it's not helping you, it's hurting you. If it's not getting you where you got to go, then it's keeping you from it. Let it go. And when it comes to possessions, my homeboy said, hey, anything you got in your house, if you ain't seen that shit in 6 months, you don't need it. Throw that shit away. I was like, bet. Anything I ain't seen in 6 months, I'm throwing that shit away. I do my best to live minimalist anyway, but the stuff that I got, my TV, my couch, my crib, all of it, I'm giving it. Here, this for you. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You need this more than me. You're going to be here. I'm not going to be here. I'm out. Gotta go. And I'm going to go sleep on a fucking couch. Bro, that's destructive to the ego. But you know how healthy that is? Detangle my locks after 12 years under the same mindset. Getting rid of dead weight. Fire. I love that. I love that, Dan B. Where you going? Yeah, going to Cali. You're being obedient. Asset, no liability. Facts. Obedience is everything right now. That's all I want to be. And I'll be honest, I really don't even know how I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Are you on YouTube? Carmen Peach. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm literally, this live stream right here is actually going on YouTube right now. So I'm live streaming on YouTube at the same time. And when this live stream is done, you go to the King Hoodie YouTube channel and you can watch this live stream again. If there's anything that you like to any of these lives, you can go onto the YouTube channel right when this live is done. And this whole thing is going to be up for a replay. So you can rewatch this at any point in time. You are not happy about sleeping on the couch. I'm not. Because I got a fucking $3,000 bed upstairs. I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got an upstairs, downstairs. I got furniture, my shit nice. But I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And here's the crazy thing. I feel like, oh man, let me read this to you. It's over there. But pretty much like famine, when sometimes when God needs you to make a change, he starts turning off the water where you at. So a lot of times the famine, if you know anything about the Bible, the story of Joseph, the famine is what creates change in people's life. Sometimes things are not working out for you where you are because God knows that where you are and where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Alima, do you model? Yeah, I model. I model sometimes whenever a good like model thing come around. But I make music. I'm a recording artist first. Good morning. Ajane, what up? Good morning. God will order your steps so you don't need to know how or when, just know facts. You'll be okay. Yeah, I ain't excited to go sleep on nobody's couch, but I know it's necessary. You feel me? And I gotta break my own ego, and I'm infuriated by that shit. Cause I'm like, damn, like, How you hustle so hard to get all the shit that you got, and then God just tell you, oh, let that go. Give it up. Stop holding on to that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's true. You got to do everything in your power to destroy your ego, man, because your ego is keeping you stuck. Your ego is keeping you in your comfort zone. Your ego is telling you too fly to do some of the stuff that's necessary for your growth. You're not too fly to do shit that's necessary for your growth. You got to do everything that's necessary. I was in a party one time with some millionaires. My homie invited me to his crib. Thank you for the gift, Dan B. I was in a party. I was in a party with some millionaires, and one of these guys, a table leg had like broken, and one guy, he got underneath the table. He was like laying on his back. He like a mechanic. He was trying to fix the table leg, get it organized, screw it back in. And we're like, man, this guy's working so hard, but he's on the floor in a house full of millionaires. Like, he's on the floor fixing this table, and the house is not even his. That man is one of the richest men in the room, if not the richest man in the room. He owns a majority of the dopest clubs in Miami. And it's like, bro, when I saw him just jump down and try to fix his table, I'm like, this dude lives egolessly. I love it. He and I had a 3-hour conversation about psychedelics. It was crazy. I asked him about branding, so he gave me some branding secrets. We started talking about psychedelics. Started telling me about mushrooms, DMT, how transformative it was for his life. Ego death. And I was like, man, that is intense. But it's beautiful to see some of the world's most powerful people are not too high and mighty to prostrate themselves in front of the world to do what they know they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to do what you got to do, bro. Do what you got to do. Don't be so egotistical. Don't be so attached to shit. Don't be so high on your own supply that you feel like you too good to make the moves that you got to make. No, make that shit. Even if it comes at the cost of your comfort, make it. Jim Carrey says, if you're unwilling to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to get where you really need to go, you don't deserve whatever it is that you're supposed to go and get. You don't deserve it. Be comfortable. If you got to downgrade your lifestyle for a year, change out your car for a cheaper one, live in a cheap apartment or a studio apartment or an efficiency or whatever you got to do that. Do it. Do it and see what you become. Not for the money, not for the prestige and the accolades. That comes by nature when you're living in your purpose. But do it because of who it will make of you in order to achieve that goal. Jim Rohn's teacher told him that. Jim Rohn's teacher said, you should have as a goal to be a millionaire. Not for the money, but for who it will make of you to get the money. Who it will make of you on the process of being a millionaire is more valuable than $1 million. Who is going to make of you? It's like, have as a goal to be an Olympic gold medalist runner. Not for the gold medal, but for who it will make of you as a person to get the gold medal. You're going to become faster. You're going to become smarter. You're going to become more disciplined. You're going to become more accountable. You're going to become more ready. You're going to become more faith-driven. You're going to become more consistent. Million things you're going to become. You're going to have to become way more of everything that you think you are in order to be that way. So I highly suggest to you, 1,000%, if there's anything that you know you're supposed to be doing, go and do it. Go and do it, and don't let anything get in your way. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nobody get in your way. And if the people in your life that quote-unquote love you aren't on board with doing whatever you got to do for your growth, then I submit to you that they probably aren't the ones that you need to be listening to. Anybody that's trying to hold you back, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. If they're not a part of your life, then they're a part of your past. If they're not a part of your present, they should just only belong in your memory. Leave them behind. You know what I'm saying? Leave them. We got this mentality in our community about staying with our day ones, but bruh, so if those day ones are trying to keep your ass on day one, say, nah, bro, we got to go. And if they're unwilling to go, say, bro, I love you, but I'm leaving you here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm called to go over there. And the best thing I could ever do for you is be an example. I got to go and get that. You feel me? I can't allow you to be my crutch, and I can't be your crutch. We got to go. We're leaving. You about to put LA on your couch. LA ain't ready for you, ready? You're going to do the damn thing. No, I am. No, that place is not ready for me, boy. I will tell you that shit for a fact. Every time I've even been there, nah, man, I just know. Thank you, Killy. Thank you, Killy. Oh, wait. What happened there? Dan B. Stephen Pressfield said, you need resistance when you grow. You don't grow in comfort. Facts. See? Dan B. read that book that I was telling you about, The War of Art. Stephen Pressfield. You are dang right. Thank you, Carmen Peach. Ajane. You are just all around. Wow. Life really about being a servant first. Very true. You got to be a servant. You got to be a servant. Feel me? Big moves happening this week. Facts. I'm telling you, man. So I highly suggest, man, anybody out there, do what you know you got to do. Love and light. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not already following me. Y'all make sure to hit the link in my bio. Get my new course. I got a course called Infinite Optimism. I can't always promise that I'll be able to jump into these lives and do these things the way I'm doing it right now, but I'm going to put all this information into the course that I got, Infinite Optimism, and that's something that you could keep. You buy it, you get into the program right now. I lowered the price. It was $497, but some homies was telling me that they couldn't afford that, so I was like, okay, I'm going to drop it down to $197 for right now, because I would much rather people get it than people, not be able to get it because of price. Like, there's a lot of things that I can't get right now, even if I want it, and I'm willing to do the work, but I can't afford it. Like, I don't want to put none of my shit in that bracket to where the people who deserve it can't get it. So lower the price, $197. I highly suggest getting into the course. Infinite Optimism. We go over reading, the power of reading, getting your mind right. We go over exercise. Anybody who got any exercise questions for me, if you want to learn how to get your body right, I'm putting all my body tips and tricks and everything I do to get my physique together in the course. Module number 2 is exercise. I'm going to show you what I eat. I'm going to show you how my workout regimen is from beginning to end. So you'll be able to just duplicate my system and get them results. Module number 3 is like music and audio learning, like the power of music on your brain, whether it be opera, whether it be Baroque classical music, whether it be rap music, like what it actually does to your mind. Also audio learning. When I'm in the gym, I don't listen to music. I listen to straight tapes. I listen to like biographies and audiobooks, and I listen to like speakers speak. Chapter 4 is on like networking, how to network properly. I done got so many different miracles in my life just off leaving my comfort zone and talking to people, bro. And I could just tell you straight up, bro, the power of networking is unbelievable. I'm about to move to LA, and if I wasn't good at networking and managing my relationships, I wouldn't even have a couch to sleep on. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm cool enough, the doors are open for the people who are cool enough. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not, and you don't know how to network properly, you in the right room with the right people, but you're not the right person just yet, it's weird. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. So I'm just show you how I network, and I'm gonna show you the power of networking. And chapter 5 is on belief system. A lot of people are depressed and they down and they dejected because they don't got no belief system. They don't believe in nothing bigger than them. So I would never tell you to like believe what I believe, but I will say it's very useful to have a belief system, to believe in a God that got your best interest at heart and is gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? When you can't look out for yourself. So go and get the course. Go and get the course. I'm updating it daily. So by the end of next week, the course should be fully done, and then the price is gonna go back up to $497. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So go and get it. And I like it because it allows me to like be there for you, even if I can't do the lives, even if I'm on tour or in the studio or I just physically can't do a live. At least I know all the information is organized and ready, so a person can see it and get it, share it with their friends, do whatever you want, so that you can actually have this level of info and it could be there for you constantly. So if you ever need to tap into it, you can tap into it. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to some of the same audiobooks over and over and over again. I can't tell you how many times I read The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield over and over. I can't tell you how many times I reread things, because every time you listen to something, every time you read it, it becomes new again. And it becomes relevant to you again. You know what I'm saying? So I highly suggest getting into the course. It's good for you. It's good for you. So if you like this talk, you're going to love the course. That's all I can say. So yeah. High frequencies, man. I wish the best for everybody who's out here. And I'm about to jump off the live right now. And yeah, hit the link in my bio. Get the course. Get the course. EJ shot me. That's real. Straight up, EJ. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later. You have an incredible day. Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be back on in the morning time, probably around 10 a.m. And I'm going to see y'all. Let me see. Got to go. But all love, always, fam. Proud of you again. Love, Dan B. See you later. Hannah, have an amazing day, Hannah. That's great. Carmen. Yes, always need help with the workout stuff, especially eating. Absolutely. I got my diet. Put my diet in there. Primarily, I was doing a vegan diet. And then now I'm on a pescatarian diet. I don't eat meat, so there's that. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I put in my diet plan, you can replace with any kind of meat that you want. I would just suggest it be a lean meat, grass-fed probably, and just quality. You want to just eat quality if you do eat meat. But I don't particularly eat meat. I don't eat pork or beef or chicken. I eat fish, and I really only eat like handfuls of fish. Like I eat tuna steak, I eat salmon, and I eat like a lot of white fish. But I drown it with a bunch of vegetables and a bunch of things that are on the alkaline list. I got an alkaline list from Dr. Sebi. Like if you go on Dr. Sebi's website, he got a nutritional guide, but then I got another nutritional guide from this other service, and I just combined them to make my diet. And it's just good. It serves me really well. You know what I'm saying? My teeth got whiter, my skin got clearer, and then there's a lot of weird fat around my body that just disappeared when I just changed up my diet a little bit. So yeah, and then I'll just show you what my workout regimen is like. Monday is chest and shoulders and traps. Tuesday is biceps, triceps, forearms. Wednesday is legs, and you can do a million different exercises for your legs. Thursday is core, work our core out. Friday is back. Saturday is cardio. and Sunday is a rest day. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much Saturday and Sunday is a rest day because if you're just doing cardio, you're just going for a run real quick or a jog or a bike ride or something like that. So I'm really excited about that because every time I go somewhere, people always ask me like fitness tips and shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not a personal trainer, bro. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? However, I do know how to get results. So if it's something that you want, get into the course because you're going to be able to get all my fitness tips and tricks and everything I know about books and everything I know about networking and everything about audio learning and everything about spirituality in ways to like really connect with your creator and develop your own mindset, your own philosophy about getting into the world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably going to do like a little bonus talking about like randomly, but talking about credit repair because yeah, I learned how to fix my credit, bro. And that shit changed my life. So I highly recommend y'all get it. Doom. Have a good day. Ajane, love it. Hannah, big ups to you. Montreal, big ups. Appreciate you. I'm pescatarian. Ajane, right. Same, right. Ajane, I work out Monday through Thursday. That's good, Ajane. I work out with a group, so it's motivating, and I feel obligated to go. Exactly. Accountability part is everything. 5 a.m. sharp. I love that. You just like me, up in the morning, early morning. Yup. Early riser, man. You got to be a part of the golden hour. That 5 a.m. club is no joke. But yeah, I'm going to see y'all later, man. Y'all have an amazing day today. Appreciate y'all for tapping into the live. I'll be back live tomorrow at 10 a.m. And yeah, if you want more information that I can't give you here, again, I motivate you to get the course. We're updating the modules in real time, so it's not, everything isn't all, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but it's updating in real time. So by the end of next week, it'll be fully up in there and prepared. But if you get it after it's already fully like done up, the price is going back up. We're pretty much giving like it's kind of like a pre-order, like you're getting access to it and the modules are updating in real time between now and next week. So, but because they're updating in real time, if you get it now, that's why you're getting it at a discount. So I highly recommend it. Ajane, peace. I'm going to see y'all later, man. Have a good day. And remember, man, believe and have a positive expectation, man. Have a positive expectation of what today has for you. You know what I'm saying? Believe in what could go right. Like, what else can go right today? What else can go right today? What else can go right? In a perfect world, what could go right? What could go right? What could go right? This can go right. That can go right. You know, I could get good thing after good thing after good thing after good thing after good thing. I believe in you. God believe in you. Have an amazing day. All right? I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Love this.